vengeance.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Good. Sound works. Good. 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 Sound works. That's what I was worried about. Welcome to. I don't know. This is not a capes and trunks. Not a let's talk pop. This is stuff I just thanks to Blinded to talk about. I mean, yeah, Blinded recommended me to watch something, and so we're gonna take a look at this video. But I'm gonna wait for Blinded, and I think TJ says he's home. But so I'm gonna share this with TJ too. Help Finbar's in the chat too. I've never seen this. I also kind of like. I also want to kind of. I don't know. Talk about other things today. There's a lot of news today. A lot of news today. It's a very busy news. A lot of. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Universal. There's Universal news. We got to talk about that too. Okay. I was actually not okay, but I'm bored too, like Blinded is, so I understand, right? So you got to talk about that. No, come on the show, Blinded, because I want your takes on this too, man. Because what I'm going to talk about, I want your takes also. All right, we got some video game news, big, massive video game news, not just Grand Theft Auto, but other video game news. And we got confirmation of Avengers Doomsday. Doomsday is Collider has confirmed Avengers Doomsday is going to be shown before Avatar 3. Okay. Okay. All right. So yeah, there's a lot of shit to talk about. I'm gonna get this out of the way. Why does this actress? Why does actress do this? Specifically, this one actress. Okay, Jennifer Lawrence, you just admitted that you purposely have a burner account on TikTok just to engage in rage bait with random people. Really? Like seriously, why? Like you sound like everybody here on social media. Why? Just to wild people up? Okay, whatever. Let's get that out of the way. I wouldn't admit that. Oh my god, my phone just shut down. All right. So I want to get. So let's talk about some. What should we talk about? Let's get how about this? Let's get the Marvel stuff out of the way. And when I mean Marvel stuff, I mean the video game and Avengers Doomsday. I did see that, Hunter. We're gonna get to DC later because I want to combine the two I want to combine some topics into one segment. Okay, I don't want to be disorganized like that. Okay, I don't want to have if for example, I want the Marvel stuff to be one segment, the DC stuff to be one segment, the non-Marvel stuff, non-DC stuff to be a separate segment. So the Snyderverse, when we're talking about this title of this, when we go to the title about the stream, that's gonna be included with the Comcast stuff. Okay. Also, little other DC news on a little bit of other DC news on a side note. We'll talk about it when we get to DC. But let's talk of Marvel. Okay, so Avengers Doomsday confirmed by Collider that the trailer is going to appear before the Avatar 3 Fire and Ash movie next month. So the first trailer will be happening a year away from the film's release. Okay, build up hype. That's what trailers do, to build up hype. What? Guys, in the comments, trailer or teaser, something similar to Universal did with Odyssey last year. Remember, Odyssey came out. They showed Universal had a little clip of for Odyssey with the Jurassic World Rebirth film, right? And TJ, come in, blinded, come in. I'm gonna talk with you. So, okay, hey TJ, what's up?
Oh shit! The whole team is gathering. Let's go.
Oh yeah, do I sound like I'm in far away?
No.
Yeah, I fixed the echo. That's why.
Oh,
Thank you.
nice. You don't sound like you're in the warehouse anymore.
It wasn't the street. It wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't the. It wasn't this or in the past stream or restream. It was my mic. It was the echo setting of my mic. I had to
Oh,
tone it
okay.
down. Yeah, I had to turn the echo setting of my mic down. Right. I had to. Because you know some mics have an echo setting, right? The volume.
Yeah.
That's why. So how are you? I know we're me, TJ, and a couple others are probably watching this. We're having a fun chat behind the scenes. We're not going to make it public. All right, so excuse me. All right, so what was I explaining? Oh yeah, so TJ chat, whatever. Do you think we're gonna get an actual trailer, or are we gonna get something similar to what Universal did with Odyssey when Jurassic World Rebirth came out? What do you guys think, TJ? When you're back, because I know you're muted. I'm blind to get your butt in here. Get your butt in here, man.
I think we'll get the trailer.
You think so? Think so?
I wouldn't be surprised because I just bought the tickets for Predator Badlands. I wouldn't be surprised if I walk in there and I see a trailer somehow.
Oh no, it's been confirmed. It's not going to show for Predator Badlands, but for Avatar.
Oh, okay. What?
Avatar.
Actually, you never know. We'll see.
Man, I understand. Avatar is a big movie, and it's going to get a lot of people to see it. Avatar is going to be the biggest movie this year. I mean, Avatar is a juggernaut, right? So, obviously, it's smart. But to me, like Avatar is like, it's nothing special. It's just the effects. There's nothing.
Here's
really
the thing, though. Normies love effects. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's exactly why the first two movies did well.
But can that last? Can that continue
That's
on?
the real question. True.
Right?
Will people wise up eventually, or like if they do, when?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And it's like they're not struggling. They're not going to struggle to get people in. Oh, it's like, you know what? Disney is the Disney executives, the heads are like, you know what? We forecast that's going to struggle to get people to see Avatar 3. Let's put the Avengers trailer before Avatar 3. Yeah, right. I don't think that's the reason at all. They're not going to know. That's not the reason why they want people to see Avatar. People will see Avatar regardless of the Avengers trailer is showing or not. If I go see Avatar, I'll be honest with you. Hot take here, guys. I'll see it for the Avengers trailer. I don't give a shit about Avatar. I'll do it for the Avengers trailer. That's it. I'll pay my money for the Avengers trailer. That's it. I know it's stupid. How stupid it sounds. I'm saying it's my hot take. What are we talking about? I heard a funny fucking stuff with Chad Tatum. I read an interview with Chad Tatum said like, "Oh, Avengers Doomsday is going to be the biggest comic book movie of the decade." And I'm like, yeah, I told him Secret Wars comes out next year, right? You gonna say it for Secret Wars?
No shit.
Yeah, sure. Simu Liu is hyping it up. Oh yeah, this is like the grand stage of comic book movies. You know what? It's gonna be a big time comic book movie, but like, you got another Avengers movie the next year. You can't say shit like that. Okay? It just kind of diminishes the Secret Wars because all right, blinded. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna say this about Predator's Badlands. I know I talk a lot of shit about Grace, the track Grace. So I'm not gonna tag her for liking Pirate Badlands because from what I hear, it's a good movie. The reviews are good. People are seeing it. I mean, it came out today, even though it's officially tomorrow. People people like it, right? So Jester Bell on her fucking community section has to go at Grace for liking Predator Badlands. So I'm gonna defend Grace here because a lot of people like Grace, and I know there's a tendency that Grace likes movies that go against the grain, right? That don't people really shit don't like Craven, Morbius. But this is not about Grace. This is about Jester Bell because I don't think she likes anything. She clearly doesn't like anything, right?
Or
Like
she
doesn't
pretends
like
to
anything.
not like anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those two.
Yeah. You think so, Finbar? You want to come on, Finbar? Are you free to come on? I don't know if you can come on. I told him he's nuts. Yeah, Blanton's going to lose that bet. That's clear. But, so I'm defending Grace there, okay? Because Jester Bell doesn't like anything. Doesn't like anything. And when you see somebody doesn't like anything, like, but yeah, it's like, okay. The only thing she like pretty much likes is like Rogue and Gabby's relation in the comics. And I don't know, it's just
No, even then, like even if she reads a comic book, she always brings up the most, touristy takes you can ever imagine. Like
that's
the
true.
problem.
That's true. That's true.
It's hard to tell what she really likes, or if she likes anything at all.
Okay. She made a video about Harley Quinn, the old Harley Quinn from the 90s, before she became Harley Quinn became an independent, strong character. Grace does not Grace. Jester Bell does not like strong female characters. And right, it's not.
Or she doesn't like the idea of Harley Quinn advancing as a character.
Yeah,
she got replaced by Punchlight. It was even more psychotic.
To me, Jester Bell, I think she's more into women should be always second to men, right? Women should do this. Men should always come first.
Oh yeah. She's doing the pick me talking points. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like you, Sturgis. Let's be angry at media together.
Okay, but like always we talk. I mean, I detract Grace all the time. Sometimes I do agree with Grace, right? Sometimes, most of the time, I disagree with her, and we make fun of her. But in this instance, Grace, a lot of people like the movie Predator Badlands. It's just that Jester Bell hates everything, and she said 2025 was the worst movie year. Right? She made a video about it. I'm like, did you see 2020, man? We barely had anything good movies because of the pandemic. Like,
yeah.
Okay? Name me one great movie in 2020. Oh, Parasite. Oh, Parasite. Did that come out in 2020, or was that just people just seen it in 2020? But like seriously. All right, so. But she's a fox, George. I knew Finbar's going to do that. All right, so Blinded will come on. So from Pixar, okay. I'm just saying that because of the pandemic, the lack of movies they got in 2020. Okay, it's probably the worst year. Even the years where the writers back in not in 2023, but like in 2008, 2009, still was a better year than 2020 in terms of movies.
Yeah. Remember, they had to make the second Godzilla X Kong movie just because the first Godzilla X Kong didn't do so well. Because they did it straight after the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Some wild times.
Mm-hmm. All right, so what was I guess? So yeah, Avengers Doomsday is gonna be playing in front of Avatar 3. Like, I don't really likes Grace all that much. Okay.
Grace is just retarded. That's it. Like, and she's a bit media.
Here's Blinded.
She isn't malicious. Like, what's her name?
Retarded.
Huh? Who?
Grace is retarded.
Yes.
No, I mean, look, I know. I'm like the thing is that Jester Bell's more retarded.
No, Jester Bell is malicious. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's the difference. Yeah, like
Oh, she's retarded too. She might even be more retarded. Let's be honest.
Yeah, true.
Let's be honest. I mean, she's got some of the worst takes. Uh,
she,
but yeah, what's up, guys? Sorry.
yeah. What's up? So, I mean, what was your thoughts of Avengers Doomsday? Do you think it's going to be a trailer or like something like Universal did with Odyssey?
I mean, if we're supposed to believe Chris Gore, then it's supposed to be a full trailer. Which I mean, so far he's been right about.
He
The
has. I mean,
Avengers.
Chris Harloff said it's not going to be. I mean, it's going to be a trailer, but when Chris Gore described the trailer, Chris
He
Harloff
said it's a full trailer.
yeah. But the thing what Chris Harloff said about the trailer was it might be they might have two trailers that they're deciding to showcase. I'm like, so which one
Yeah.
was right? I mean, and I'm like, the thing is, I'm like, Chris
But that's what
Harloff was
Chris
never.
Gore said. Chris Gore said that though. He said there's
Oh,
one trailer that is like you see Doom, he's fighting the different characters, like you get a good amount of Doom.
it should be
And then
Doom. It's
there's
Doom
one
focused
that is
movie.
more like you don't see as many characters.
I mean, it
But
should be
apparently
Doom.
they're gonna try to do like a full blown trailer. Like this is not a teaser trailer. This is a
Okay.
story related trailer where we're gonna see tons of characters.
Yeah.
And from what he described, he said it's a pretty long for a trailer. So yeah. I mean, I
And
believe it. I mean, if you're gonna show this thing a year out, you might as well go all out
yeah,
because the next time we're gonna see this thing, I don't think it's
you
probably
think
gonna
you're
be
right because
the Spider-Man.
The thing with Universal, they were still filming it while Jurassic World came out, right? Like they were in the middle of
Yeah.
filming it, right? And we know Avengers may release this trailer, but we know they're going to continue with other reshoots or other
Oh, but
shoots.
Christopher Nolan puts his trailers out all the time.
Yeah. Um, but the thing, it was the stupidest thing. I posted this up on Discord of Blind. Dan RPK says the Avengers Doomsday trailer is going to be shown before the Spider-Man Brand New Day movie. I'm like, no shit. Like, come on, is that obvious? That's just in July of next year. You don't think you're gonna have like the biggest Marvel movie have a trailer during the second biggest Marvel movie in the last 2 or 3 years? Maybe no. Can you arguably say Spider-Man Brand New Day might be the non-Avengers movie, might be the biggest Marvel movie in the last 3-4 years? Avengers,
Probably.
Deadpool, Wolverine might be
Deadpool
up
Wolverine
there.
was pretty big.
Hmm?
Yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine was a pretty big movie.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the rare movies that
Thank you,
broke
George.
$1 billion within, this decade.
Yeah. Like it's obvious. It's just okay. So, I mean, blinded. I'm just gonna see the movie. I don't care about Avatar. I mean, I know a lot of people love Avatar. I mean, it's obviously successful. Obviously, I'll probably just go see it for the Avengers Doomsday trailer.
I mean, I'm going to
Here's the
see the
thing.
movie regardless.
Here's
I didn't like the
exactly.
last
Here's the
one.
thing. The problem is, I'm thinking when I see Avatar, I'm probably gonna think about the Avengers Doomsday trailer more than the Avatar movie, the whole movie through, like the whole thing.
I mean, once I see the trailer, I mean, the movie's still like, you know, it's still ways out. So I'm not like
Yeah.
that excited for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like the trailer, if the trailer looks good, then the trailer looks good. But like, I'm not gonna be like super hyped. Only up until like a couple of weeks, and things are looking good. Then obviously I'm gonna get excited. We're
So
finally getting Fantastic Four and X-Men in an Avengers movie. I mean, that's still pretty exciting. I know people on Twitter they love to downplay shit like that, but I mean, people are still gonna show up. People are still gonna be
no,
excited.
that's exciting as hell, man. Like that's how can people downplay that?
I mean, people downplay a lot of shit on Twitter. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
rage bait or if people are dead serious, but I don't know. There's a lot of retardation going on, so you never really know what's going on.
It's always retardation.
Yeah.
But so obviously, I mean, if they do really drop the trailer, and if I do an Avatar 3 review, I'll probably talk about the trailer with you guys. And some of you that don't see the movie, I think most of the people that watch my stream will see the movie Avatar, so they'll probably will see the trailer. So We'll definitely
I mean,
talk
it's
about
a
the trailer.
Christmas movie. I'm pretty sure there's not really any. I don't know any other big movie that's coming out.
Well, nothing compared to Avatar.
Well, I mean, like, is there any other movie that's like
I
substantial?
don't know. December
I don't even
2026.
know.
December.
The only thing that I'm excited for in December is obviously Fallout. That's it, man.
Yeah, the show. Yeah. There's Five Nights at Freddy. That's
Oh
coming
yeah,
out.
Five Nights. That's early December though. That should have come out in Halloween.
That's early December. Early
I'll
December.
probably go watch that, even though the first one was dog shit.
Not Wake Up, Knives Out, but that's Netflix. So that'll be in theaters for a little bit, then on Netflix. That's.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. Did they even put out a trailer? I don't even
There's
remember.
a SpongeBob movie. How do SpongeBob movies do generally?
I guess they do okay. I didn't even realize there was a SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
Remember that time? Oh, shut up, Finbar. Shut up, Finbar.
Francis, see how SpongeBob does?
It does pretty.
They don't do
okay.
that well.
Polly.
Yeah, they don't even make 200 million. Paramount. Yeah, they don't even make. No, don't do that. Oh, here's Red. Thank you for super chat. Polly is crazy for saving strong got woofy. Thank you for that. We need a video for that. Thank you, Red. What am I gonna get?
Under arrest for shoplifting.
What, is just a couple bottles and some cards?
We watched you put the Mountain Dew and the trading cards in your bag. That's theft. This is ridiculous.
Man, I can't believe he's getting locked up over soda and cards.
Hey, it's
SpongeBob
Boogie
movies
Man.
get weird release dates. Yeah, they do. I don't. When was the last SpongeBob movie? Was that like 10 years ago, or was that like fairly recent? Or no, they had one in 2020. No.
Yeah, 2020 only made 4 million.
Didn't they?
Yeah, because I think.
Oh, what's going
When did
on?
it come out? August 14th,
I can't hear
2020.
anybody.
Yeah, nobody saw movies in August that year.
Hold on.
Tenet came out. New Mutants came out.
Huh, that's weird. Hold on, I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave.
Okay, he'll be back. TJ, he'll be back. Yeah. But I don't think, yeah, Sponge. I mean, nothing is any. There's Anaconda, that's on Christmas. I mean, that's going to be a comedy. But any movie, like any studio, I mean, any studio. The thing is, here's the thing. I mean, Avatar is going to blow every movie in this year. But Blind and you agree with me. Here's the thing. It's Christmas, right? Christmas vacation. So people are going to see more than one movie. They have more time to see more than one movie. So they'll see Avatar, whatever movie they show. Okay? They can look, for example, in 2026, let's just say Dune 3 and Avengers Day on the same date. So you think some people will do a double feature?
Dune.
3
I think
and,
Dune is. I still think Dune is gonna move. That movie.
I do too, but
start.
But just in case, but there'll be some people that do a double feature, right?
Not on the same day. No, I don't think.
I
so.
might. If I see like.
I think Avengers will open higher than Dune.
For sure. For sure. But the thing is, it's not like it's during the year where people work and kids are in school, right? It's December vacation, so I mean, Avengers is going to do way more than Dune, but I don't think Dune is going to be a flop box office wise if it stays, just because of the time it's being released currently. And here's the thing: Robert Burnett said they should move Avengers Doomsday to Thanksgiving weekend and next year, right? He said that, and Dune should stay on Christmas. I'm like, no, you're never going to do that.
No. I think Dune should move. I mean, I don't know why these studios don't learn their lessons. Don't put big movies up against each other. Like, spread them out. They'll go see them any time of the year as long as it's a good movie and people know it. But don't put like two movies stacked together like that. That's stupid.
Dune 2 came out in March, right? Last year. Did over 700 million. It did well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was one of the highest grossing movies last year.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't know why there's that idiot on Twitter. You know, he's an idiot.
He said Dune 3 is going to be more than Avengers.
Yeah, Moonlight, whatever that guy is, he's a
Yeah,
shill.
Moonlight. Yeah.
You'll
Depends on the
never.
economy.
There's all these shills, man. That's another thing too. I'm on that place way too much because there's all these people who are like, man, like I see your account so much, and all you do is just aggravate people. Like you never, anytime they make positive posts, they never get, attention.
No.
That should tell you something.
No.
Engagement farming,
People want to
rage
be
baiting.
outraged.
Yeah.
Yeah. People just want to be outraged,
Yeah,
right?
it's always like that with these people. Dune technically claimed the release date first, but Doomsday got delayed. And
That's true,
yeah,
that's
they
right.
did claim it first, but I don't think it ever matters because it's Avengers, so they could do whatever they want. They could have put the movie in November too if they wanted, but they know that the movie will play better.
Avengers is
in December.
Avengers to me is that movie is safe in any month you put it in.
Oh man, the audio still is going out. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you fine. How about you, TJ?
Holy shit, what's going on?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's not going out on my end.
Is it Aaron then? Oh, it's Aaron.
Really?
I think it's Aaron then, because I just heard TJ.
TJ, you heard me?
Can't hear Aaron? Yeah, I can hear you both.
Whoa, what's going on? What is going on? Now I can hear you guys, and then back to silence. What the fuck is going on with this app, the streaming app?
I don't know.
I could see your little avatar moving. This is some holy.
Oh, wait a minute.
What is going on?
Let me see something. Why is my virtual background they're on? You know.
I think I'm gonna have to leave and come back if that's the case, because I don't know what's going on.
All right, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why my virtual background was on. Hey, thank you, Red, again for the super chat. Appreciate it. There you go. Blinded, you can hear me?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my Wi-Fi, but it switched to my data. I don't think it's my Wi-Fi because I heard you guys, and it was like, you would talk and then it would just go silent.
I know TJ just heard me fine.
Oh fuck! It just did it again.
Oh.
I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch from my my phone to my laptop and see if that makes a difference.
All right.
Okay, he'll be back. TJ, you didn't have that problem, right?
Oh, well, when my internet was shit, yeah, but nowadays I'm okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You can hear me fine. I'm not going in and out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys in the chat, you can hear me fine, right? So, yeah, the thing is, I wanted to talk Marvel first because there's two Marvel stuff I want to talk about, and that was Avengers was the one. And so to move on, Blind will want to talk about this. The Marvel video game, right? Rise of Hydra, the Black Panther, Captain America game.
Oh, yeah.
It's being delayed. Unlike Grand Theft Auto, they didn't give a date. A specific date or like month. It says being delayed 2026. Let me see what
Development hell.
Yeah, development hell.
Happening. Yep.
Development hell.
I love the comments on the post on Twitter. Everyone is saying, bro thinks he's GTA 6.
Later in 2026. Later in 2026.
Also, GTA 6 delaying, so they thought, oh, let's do the same thing.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know what? Let's try to, yeah, like it's gonna one up GTA 6, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
come on. Look at GTA 6. Discussion film GTA 6. This is how big GTA 6 discussion film. It's like almost 3,000 people comment on it, right? Almost 10,000 retweets, whether as a quote or just retweeting it. Almost 70,000 likes and almost 4 million views. Just on discussion films posts. That's how crazy.
It's a cultural phenomenon, GTA. Yeah.
Yeah. it's one of those video game franchises that has surpassed the gaming medium, right? Like
Yes.
like Mario, Zelda, those. Even though like Mario and Zelda are, I mean, they're franchises, but they're all revolve around one character, right? One character and things like that. This GTA is always new stories. You don't have like, I mean, GTA there is a universe. Most of them are in a shared universe, but every GTA game you play a different character, right? You don't like, yeah, right, Blinded? GTA, right? GTA is mostly a shared universe, right? It is a shared universe.
It is.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
the newer games not so much.
that's true.
I mean, I don't know if there. I don't even remember, or no. I got to be honest. I don't think I know. If there's an Easter egg for was the protagonist of GTA 4, and I don't think there's an Easter egg for him in
Oh,
GTA.
Nico?
Oh,
yeah.
Nico Bellic.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they reference him in GTA 5. I could be wrong, like I said.
No,
I don't really know.
They don't.
They do have an Easter, because this is the thing. Like, I don't think anybody's really keeping track of this shit. It's dumb anyway. Basically, there's like two timelines for GTA. There's the 3D timeline, and then there's the HD timeline. So the 3D one is like the PS2 games,
Right.
and then the HD ones start with GTA 4.
Oh, so like all the way to like San Andreas would be like the last one of the PS2. Yeah,
Yes.
San Andreas is connected up to because the main characters had connections to one of the characters GTA 3. Yeah.
4 was like when they tried to be gritty and cinematic and shit.
Yeah, that was the HD era. That's what they
Yep.
called it, right? But yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised if you're talking about the delay. I'm not surprised. I don't.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. I mean, we were talking about Marvel's Rise of Hydra because we were talking about Marvel.
Yeah, we were talking about it in that chat. This is a game I'm very like suspicious of because they keep delaying this game, but it's like you guys are delaying it, but it's not like we've seen footage or like we don't even know what genre the game is. There's a rumor there was a rumor saying it was a Telltale style game, which makes sense because they never showed gameplay. They just showed the cinematics. But then the developers themselves had an interview. The person who's like the director of the game is I think I'm gonna butcher her name or forget her name. Amy Hennig. I don't know.
Amy Hennig.
She did on the Uncharted games.
And
Obviously,
did the first Last of Us.
No, she didn't do the first Last of Us. She has nothing to do with.
I don't remember her from.
She only did. Yeah. She only did Uncharted, the Uncharted trilogy. She had a massive falling out with Naughty Dog because the game was taking so long, and apparently it was a mess. Which I believe. All of a sudden, people don't like Neil Druckmann. But they started saying that he was the reason why she left. That's not the case. The reason why is because Uncharted 4 was a disaster. It had a completely different story. and then they had to reboot the development, and as a result, they just gave it to Neil Druckmann because he did The Last of Us with that other dude. And I think that other guy who directed The Last of Us, he left the studio, so he wasn't involved. But so this game, and she keeps talking about this game is like gonna change video games. It's gonna be like, competing with movies and stuff. But we never even seen the game. You know what I mean? Like,
thing to say.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, we're trying to get people who don't play games to play this game, right? And she's like, we're trying to like, I don't know, the way she was making it seem like was this is something that would play in theaters, but that doesn't even make sense. So I don't understand what this game is. And the more they keep developing it or delaying it, I should say, I just feel like there's something else going on and they just don't want to tell us.
Can you imagine if they have like movie theaters where you can play video games?
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. I'm not going to lie.
But how would it work? Like,
just watch the cutscenes on YouTube. People do that.
No, but I want to play the game on a big screen. That would be nice.
I mean, the thing is, how would it work with a different bunch of customers there? Because movies are like 1.5 hours to 2 hours. How would you play video games? How long would a customer
Well, they
play
would have to
the
think
game?
about that. They would have
Yeah,
to
I
make
mean,
it interactive for everybody, right?
yeah. Logistically, it wouldn't work because of that.
No, I did do some research on this. There is a company that is actually trying to do this, where they actually make interactive movies. And there is a game that you could play. It was playing in theaters for a little bit, and it was an interactive movie. And it plays like a Telltale game where you have like different choices and stuff, but it's all like live action stuff. It's not, computer graphics.
You know, if you know what, so Dragasi said he thinks it's gonna be like a Telltale game. You know
Yeah,
what? The thing is, it should be inspired a little bit like other Uncharted games because Black Panther is I mean, the other mechanics on Uncharted, you could do a Black Panther. That character.
I mean you could do it with Captain America too, but I don't think that's what
Exactly.
the game is.
Hmm.
I think that's what people assume the game is, and I think people are going to be really disappointed when they find out that it's not an action adventure game. They never
Yeah,
define what the game is. They just were like, here's some
And that's
graphics and here's the title, and that's it. And they said it's coming in early 2026, which doesn't even make sense. We didn't see
not
a
anymore.
trailer. If the game was truly coming out in early 2026, why haven't we seen a full trailer? Why
Not
haven't we
anymore.
seen gameplay? Why haven't we
I
seen
don't think it's coming out
box
next
art?
year.
I don't even believe it's coming out next year too. I don't believe them. I straight up don't believe them. I think this is gonna be. She already has another game that was canceled. Now she could use the excuse because it was EA and they fucked up the Star Wars games. But I think there's something else with this lady. I got to be honest, because the Uncharted 3 was a disaster. Not a lot of people talk about how bad Uncharted 3 story was. It was so convoluted.
Mhm.
It was all over the place in terms of the story, the locations. The main villain literally has superpowers that is never really explained, and no one ever talks about it, where you could just teleport in and out of places and no one questions the logic of that. So much is wrong with Uncharted 3. I mean, the gameplay wise it's pretty good, but story wise it is one of the worst Uncharted games without a doubt. Just abysmal. So if she's the one who's writing it and she hasn't made a game. Think about this. She hasn't made a game since Uncharted 3. You know when Uncharted 3 came out?
Yeah, like 2011 or
Man,
12.
that's like 14 years ago. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
that's like what, PS3 era or PS4
Yeah,
era?
PS3.
PS3.
Yeah, because Uncharted 4 was the only Uncharted game for PlayStation 4.
Yeah. I mean, Uncharted 2 is good, right? That's
Yeah,
obviously a
one
lot
was
of people
good.
say is one of the best. Yeah. I mean, story-wise, Uncharted 1, it's okay, but 2 and
Yeah.
4 and Lost Legacy, those are definitely, I mean, among the fans, those are the best Uncharted games. So I don't know. I don't know what she's doing or
I think this is
whatever.
another Snyder situation where she lost her touch.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Possibly.
How it's going to be like
Or
movies,
just too
things
ambitious.
like that. Like,
That
no.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, when you start talking about stuff that you're making a video game and you're like, we're trying to attract people who don't play video games, I think right then and there, you
Here's the
should
thing.
not why are
That's
you
a bad
putting it to
sign.
consoles and PCs then?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
why don't you talk to Marvel
There's
about
the only
trying to
person you're
put it
going to try.
on other platforms?
You know, the only person you're going to attract to play that game is people that are a fan of Marvel that don't play video games.
Yeah, but the
So-
people who don't play video games are not going to buy a console or PC to play a video game.
Exactly.
So it's already stupid right there. Like, I don't know why.
Especially if Marvel game.
If it would make more sense, and we'll see. It would make more sense if this was like, this is going to be aired on Disney Plus. Okay, then I can understand. But
You know,
they didn't. It's a console game and a PC game, so
you know what? It almost sounds like she wants to make this a movie or at least a TV show, not a game.
yeah.
I think she's
Graphically, it
gonna-
looks good. Does it
Sure.
look completely real? Not really. It still has that video gamey look to it.
She thinks she's Kojima. That's what's really happening. Kojima is exactly like this. Oh, I'm trying to make movies with these video games. No, you're not. Sit down, please.
Yeah, I mean, well, with Kojima, at least he's making a game. This is like,
Oh,
who
true.
knows what the fuck this is,
I mean,
right?
look, I mean, there are some games that have better stories than movies, but you could make a. That's because the video game is a lot more storytelling to tell than a movie.
Yeah, they have room to tell. That's another
Yeah.
thing, man. That's been pissing me off about some of these games, especially like Ghost of Yotai. It's like you have the room to tell a story and do a bunch of stuff, and yet they still treat it like it's only a 2-hour movie. You know? I don't know.
Wait. Hold on. Degrassi saying she worked on Forspoken? Oh, no.
Oh, did she write Forspoken?
That explains a lot.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Sony. Yeah, it makes sense. Holy shit.
Okay, so then that was her last game that she worked on. I don't know. This game I don't know. I have low expectations. If it's good, then it's good. But
Yeah, the only studio you can really trust with video games is
I don't trust
Insomniac.
no fucking studio.
I mean, it's
I gotta
not
be honest. I
Yeah.
trust no fucking studio at this point. Rockstar, who the fuck? Like, what is going on with Rockstar? They're like firing people, saying that it's because of leaks, and then apparently now it's because of union busting. Now people are working at the studio are walking out. The game got delayed. Then you have CD Projekt Red. Who knows when that game's gonna come out?
Oh, CD
Naughty
Projekt
Dog
Red.
is making a game 7 years in the making. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with these studios?
That's a good point because
These are the top fucking studios of the industry, and they're all just like
and the video game
taking
awards,
decades.
and then they have the big event, the studios to showcase some of their games, whether it's
Yeah.
announced or updated, because the video game awards are next month.
Yeah,
too.
I forgot about that shit show.
Uh,
The last time
Yeah.
I didn't even watch it. We were playing Marvel Rivals the last time.
Nobody
I'm trying to
watches
play
for
that.
those awards, right? Like we just watch
No.
it for.
And last
What?
year, arguably, they had a lot of big reveals. They
Yeah.
had both Witcher 4 and Intergalactic, which, by the way, they should change that name. That name actually sucks balls. Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet. That sounds like ass. Change that
Mhm.
shit.
Yeah. So yeah, GTA did get moved.
Yeah.
All right.
Nobody's surprised. I think it's getting delayed again.
So this is the second time it got delayed, right? No, this is
Yes. Technically, yes.
Because it said 2025, and everybody's like, at first, right? Everybody's
Yeah.
like, yeah, right.
Because they didn't say anything, and then
Yeah.
which by the way, they knew they couldn't make the May release date because it's only 6 months away. So they know. So they pushed it back an entire year. They knew they can't make it. I don't even think they're gonna make that release date. I think this thing is coming out in 2027.
Probably.
2027 for this game. I don't until it's like 2 weeks. And by the way,
look.
even 2 weeks they could delay the game because remember what happened with Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Bro,
Oh,
1 week
yeah.
before the game came out, they delayed it. That should have been a red flag for everybody
Then
when
it
they
came
did
out glitchy,
that shit.
yeah.
And Cyberpunk kind of is suffered at the beginning.
Well, Cyberpunk was a massive disaster.
Yeah.
I mean, the game is good, but it's undeniable. When the game came out, it was one of the worst in video game history. That is one of the worst launches.
I don't
ever.
think GTA wants to rush their game out. Rockstar wants to rush their game out.
Well, you know what? GTA might
Oh.
actually have a Cyberpunk situation, not with the single player,
Open world.
not with
Yeah.
the single player, with the online.
Online.
The online
Oh,
last
right.
time was a disaster. A lot of people forget that when GTA Online first came out,
Oh,
boy, it was a mess. Like people were pissed off. You couldn't get into servers. It was not working for months and months. It was so bad that Rockstar, they were actually accepting patches from fans. Fans were making patches for them. That's how bad that shit was.
did they pay them? Or was it
Oh, that's
No,
like
they
Bethesda.
just took it. They just took the patches.
Isn't
They-
that like
and they
stealing?
worked
Is
on
that
them.
legal?
I mean, they just took them because the fans send them, and they're like,
Oh,
"Hey,
the fans,
this is
yeah,
this
the fans
fixes
send them.
this shit."
So, yeah, the fans send them. So, yeah, of course, yes, they're of course.
Yeah, it was that bad. I mean, I think it's because this is another thing. They've never said a peep about GTA Online. They didn't say a word. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed this. I want everybody to do this. If they have a PlayStation console, because I don't know about Xbox. I sold my Xbox. Fuck Xbox. But so if you go on the PlayStation Store right now, which I'm doing right now, right? I'm gonna go to my wish list, right? Oh, shit. I think they took it off my wish list.
What?
No, they didn't.
So
Yeah, they updated it, right? But if you scroll down, oh shit, actually it does not appear here. I think they removed it.
yeah, they probably removed it.
Okay,
It's early to keep it on.
before
You don't need to put it in the store so early.
Hold on, wait. On the store, what it used to say was when you would look at GTA, like go on the page and you look, it would actually show you subscribe to GTA Plus. And I'm like, hold on a minute. This is something I didn't even think about. Could you imagine they actually demand a subscription payment to play GTA? Like, I don't think anybody has thought about that because that sounds crazy. You need a subscription to play a game.
Oh,
Because why else would they put that thing on the page? And it's gone now.
A fucking MMO?
Well, not even an MMO. You pay a subscription to play a single player and the online. You have to pay $10 a month just to play that one game.
No.
Like it is like World of Warcraft. Could you imagine?
Yeah, no.
Shit, that would be next level. That would be next level shit. And you have to pay $15 a month? Ooh, they better not do something like that.
That's stupid.
It's gone now, but it was there before. It was very strange. Why would you put that on the page for the game? The game's not even out yet.
That's true.
Strange. And the thing, the release date was updated quick. They put that quick. Now it says November 19, 2026.
Yeah. So
I don't trust Rockstar. Nobody should trust Rockstar. GTA Plus already exists. No, that's what I'm saying. On GTA Plus, the GTA Plus was on the GTA 6. You know when you go to purchase or wish list, it said subscribe. Like as in, this game is going to require you to have GTA Plus. That's what I'm trying to say. That like you need a subscription to play the game.
You can always their service. You can always go to the office to
wow.
Okay, plan. I'm kidding.
Could you? And then another thing too. If you're a console player, you would have. Imagine this if they did something like this. You have to pay for GTA Plus, and then you also have to play for PlayStation Plus to get online. That's craziness. That's fucking craziness. If that ever happened, yeah, I think the industry's.
Even if you want to play
I think it's cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you want to play solo too, yes.
Wow.
That would be, and then they could say, well, the game is a live service, single player game. We update it all the time.
Like Diablo all over again. They did that with Diablo.
Subscription, I know that's the crazy part. Everybody wants to move to a subscription, but could you imagine someone doing that for a single player game? That would be bonkers. Man, I would love to see what people say.
Just watch this. Nintendo announces the next Mario game. You have to pay for a subscription.
That's some next level greed.
Nobody's gonna want to buy video games or to pay a subscription.
Nobody's buying
for single player. Yeah, nobody's gonna. We're gonna have seriously no.
The only people who could do some shit like that is Adobe, and they charge us up the ass. I fucking hate Adobe, man. I get that shit discounted though, but fuck Adobe, pieces of shit.
All right. Yeah.
500 a year for Adobe, 800 a year.
How's that little Microsoft so-called handheld doing it? Is it selling out well?
No, that shit is not selling out.
Of course not. You see how expensive that shit is? Like
in its lifetime, I don't even think it will sell 3 million units. It would be lucky if it sold 3 million units. There's no way in hell it is. Too expensive.
Why don't you buy a Steam Deck?
The Steam Deck is niche. The Steam Deck doesn't even sell like. I don't think the Steam Deck even sold 5 million units. Like it's not. I mean, when people say like the Steam Deck is a Switch killer, like that's all fantasy talk. Like that's all fanboy talk.
Yeah.
Like no, it's actually it's really niche compared to the Switch. Like the Switch, like kids and their family are buying Switches. Like how can you compare that to a Steam Deck? I don't know. That's all fanboy talk, man.
Here's the thing. It's cool to have a handheld. Sometimes you could take it with you, right? You could take it with you, but a lot of people take the consoles with them to places. Also, a lot of people prefer playing a video game on a TV screen.
Yep.
Well, the future I think is going to be handheld.
Yeah,
I really do think
or
that.
the phone.
I mean, Nintendo
Or
did
maybe
smart.
PC.
Nintendo did.
Well,
Yeah.
more so like the return of the handheld console.
I mean,
There's
Nintendo did
rumors that
smart.
PlayStation is going to do that. That they're going to have two PS6 models. They're going to have like a standard model, and then they're going to have a handheld model. That's going to be cheaper.
Is it like a hybrid? Like because Nintendo did smart with the hybrid. With the Switch, it's hybrid.
I assume it would be a hybrid, but they didn't really say that in the rumor.
All right, but yeah. So one more topic. We'll go straight to DC. Hear about Comcast or Universal is putting a bid into the Warner Brothers.
Into the race. Yeah.
Into the race. Look, Warner Brothers is doing something smart. Put all the competition and competitors against each other. Do it. Smart.
I mean, it would be nice if Warner Brothers said we couldn't find a buyer and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what would happen to their stock if they did that. If they just I assume it would go down because everybody's buying it and waiting, right? But
look, obviously, whoever gets it, if it's Netflix, Universal, or Paramount, you just know the streaming services subscriptions are going to go up again.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Like Universal, their streaming platform. I mean,
Peacock.
That's not even like an international. That's only in the States.
Yeah, we don't even get that here. What does the Universal stuff come on? It goes on different.
It goes to different platforms.
Netflix.
Yeah, because
some of it is Netflix, some of it is
Paramount.
Paramount, some of it is Amazon. Yeah. It's all over the place. Yeah. Whoever can get the rights to it, they negotiate. So maybe, I mean, here's the thing, right? Like the current administration, they don't really care. I don't think they care who gets it. I think they may have like a favored person, but I don't think they really care who gets Warner Brothers. Right. So it's not like, because I think if it was under like Joe Biden, probably it would be more likely Universal would get it because their streaming service is not like that. I mean, I guess you could say, yes, it is consolidation regardless. It's two studios, but it's not like they're folding on Netflix into, or they're folding HBO into Netflix. Like, I feel like that would be a bigger problem.
And the thing, if Netflix gets it, if Netflix does get Warner Brothers, and Netflix, I mean, their priority is usually the streaming, right? And sometimes they're streaming movies they do per theaters for like a week. But if they get the Warner Brothers assets, like DC, if you're making Man of Tomorrow, if Netflix gets DC and Man of Tomorrow, you're not putting in a fucking week in the theater.
Yeah, I wonder how that would work if Netflix they get Warner Brothers. That would be it
would change their philosophy.
All of these all of the studios buying it, I feel like is a disaster. And to be honest, if there was a company that should buy it, it should be Apple. Just let Apple buy it. Apple's the only one who doesn't really have a proper studio. They obviously have a service, but it's like, they don't really put out a ton of movies.
They have
Amazon
like type movies. That's about it. Apple.
Yeah, I mean Apple puts out a lot of high quality stuff though, for sure. I mean they're the ones who I feel like they would preserve Warner Brothers way better than any other studio. Amazon, I mean, like, I guess they're kind of like, I don't know. They would put movies out in theaters for sure.
Sure,
but
Amazon has for limited times. They acquire movies, right? And they have they do for limited time. They're kind of like Netflix in that way, but they can't do that with DC or do. You can't do
Yeah,
what that.
MGM is a old studio. That's not even a big studio anymore.
Yeah.
But they got their IPs.
I
don't know, but it's gonna really come down to Universal, Paramount, and Netflix. Unless like I said, unless Amazon and Apple decide to step in and go, okay, Apple should be the one who should just take Warner Brothers.
I should buy it. No, I'm kidding.
I would be much happier if Apple just took it. Just let them take it. These are all fucking these massive billion fucking dollar studios all fighting for consolidation.
Will Zazzle stay on? Is that one of the preconditions? Will he stay on?
No, I don't think that's a precondition. I think that's what was like an offer that Paramount made, that he could stay on as co-CEO.
It sounds like a flip flopper. You know what I mean?
Like I don't even think that's gonna work.
But you know, it's like if he does sell, it sounds like somebody and he leaves. It's like he's like somebody that buys a house just to work on it, raise it, just to sell it. You know, it's a flip flop.
Well, we don't even know anymore. Remember before it was David Zaslav is the guy who's just gonna sell Warner Brothers and take the money and leave. Then it became, oh no, maybe he wants to be like a big fucking figure in the industry.
Well, I think what he wants to do.
The case.
I think so. I think what he should do is get his assets, the highest value, like DC and all the other assets, as much value as possible. Yeah, right. And then when he thinks he's ready to sell Warner Brothers, he'll sell it like a flip flopper, basically.
Yeah. You know what really happened? You know what really happened? I bet this is exactly what happened. I'm sure of it. The Snyderverse fucked up DC so badly. And Warner Brothers.
I don't know if it's just Snyderverse. I mean, DC, they fucked up DC. Yeah, DC was fucked up.
Yeah, DC as a whole.
It's DC.
Well, I don't think the Snyderverse itself fucked up DC. Like, I don't think it like tarnished the brand to the point where it like devalued it. I think it was like because they were changing hands so constantly that it fucked everything up at DC. Because remember, they had tons of different CEOs over the last like 10 years. Like, it was changing hands like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like one of the reasons why the Justice League movie even got fucked up in the first place, is because all the people who were in charge of that movie, instead of delaying it and letting Joss Whedon just rewrite the movie, they were like, no, fuck that. We need to get our bonuses out, because they just assumed the movie would make money anyway, which was not true. And obviously it made 600, but still.
Remember, Zack Snyder quit.
Yeah.
He quit in quotes. You know, he quit.
I'll say one thing. Zack Snyder movie would not have made as much.
Because he didn't come out and say he quit. He just stepped aside. If he came out and said he quit, that would have been that would have changed things for sure.
Joss Whedon's
publicly.
Joss Whedon's Snyder movie was shit, right? Was shit. Always, we could agree on that. Yeah. But it would have made. Yeah. I'm not surprised it would make more money than Zack Snyder's Justice League, because Joss Whedon came out with Avengers.
Both movies were but let's be honest, both movies were shit. You know, like, in terms of, you can't put out
a lot of stuff with
the Snyder. Hold on, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the Snyder cut. You can't even put that out in theater. They couldn't do that financially.
That wasn't Zack Snyder's film. That wasn't going to be his film.
So that means the movie that Zack Snyder would have overseen would still have been bad, because we now know that Zack Snyder, he would have he's not good with cutting down his movies. He likes long ass.
I'm just saying blinded. I'm just saying Joss Whedon's Snyder movie Justice League movie would have made more, because Joss Whedon's coming out of Avenger movies, right? And the name value could come out of Avenger movies. That's my point, right? That's my point. The branding of the name branding of Joss Whedon coming from Avengers.
Yeah, anybody who would have they could have put the Russo brothers on at the time. It still would have been shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the director, right? Whoever the director.
Yeah, it has nothing. Those movies had nothing to do with the quality of the movie.
James Gunn Justice League would have done better than Snyder's because of Guardians.
No, I think if they
not even James.
Not even.
No, not even
nobody.
Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan would have done better.
No, nobody. That's the point. They rushed the
There's
movie
never
out.
money of Nolan directing it, but the movie still would have been shit.
If you give Christopher Nolan 4 months to direct a movie that wasn't his, it's not going to be a good movie.
You can't direct a big budget blockbuster movie in 4 months.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nobody can.
Yeah.
Nope. You're
Snyder
taking
cut, like look at the Snyder cut, right? Like it's only that good because Snyder was able to fix it in hindsight. The
Exactly.
Because Snyder had most of it saved footage on whatever in his computer, whatever. He had most of it done, and he kept it. Most of the
no, Degrassi's right. It's absolutely stupid that people keep bringing this up because it's already been like a done deal for a very long time. Like in 2 years, Justice League will be 10 years. Like the only people bringing this shit up is the people online. That's the only reason why we're talking about it, to be honest. Yeah, because so that video. Go watch the video that this guy that I showed you. This is insanity. This guy has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
straight up.
Yeah, this is what
he's conflating all these different facts to make it sound like his point, makes sense, but it doesn't. It's buffoonery. Yeah, sorry, I'm going off.
I don't know what the YouTube name is.
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head. I've been seeing him for a while. I've been watching his videos, and I'm like, man, he flipped on a dime. He went full on Snyder cultist when he noticed the views. It would get views.
Yep.
Damn me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's because they're so wild on Twitter. They figured, this is where I can get all the clout now.
Okay. So I don't know who this. Okay.
Dying. And DC has one last chance to save it before the concept is gone forever, especially with the existential threat of a sale coming up. And there's only one way to save it. We've been speculating that new owners will come in and restore the Snyderverse. We thought that's the reason.
Who said that? Who said that? Oh, the Snyder cult, right?
Yeah, something that he never even said. He posted, read the caption of what that says right there. It says Henry Cavill is Superman, and it's a shot from Batman vs. Superman. He's just describing it. He's done this before, but it's like people are like, oh, he's posting this on Instagram, and this is a thing that this guy likes to do, right? He likes to go, the likes on Instagram show that there's like interest in the Snyderverse, and you're like, dude, half of these metrics could be botted. No one knows the legitimacy of these likes and the shares and the comps. Like, that doesn't translate to money. That's never translated to box office money. It's nothing. Exactly. Why this guy is conflating those two things, I have no clue. I think he's being disingenuous because, like, he's not like a dummy. Like, if you listen to him, he makes coherent points, but it's like, dude, you're mixing up a lot of facts to sway your side. It's it's disingenuous in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay, I could just put a Hugh Jackman photo from, I don't know, one of his Wolverine movies. And people say, he's Avengers Doomsday. He's gonna be Avengers Doomsday.
It would be like if we put up a video saying, Bryan Singer's X-Men movies were better than the MCU, and they get like 2 million views, and then that's an excuse to now say, oh, well, they should bring back the those movies.
And there'll be lunatics who will like that. They're out there.
I'm sure, dude. The way things are, where people just retroactively change shit, I'm sure people.
And here's the thing about Instagram: there's a lot more traffic on Instagram than X.
Yeah,
a lot more people have Instagram than X. Just saying, like.
True, but that doesn't mean that that's going to translate to money.
I know it just to them you're right, Black, but to seem it makes them think it's what they think, right?
Right.
All right, let's continue.
Has been posting these images recently. But what if we're looking at this all wrong? What if David Zaslav restores the Snyderverse? Think about it. When was the last time the audience felt like this about DC movies?
Pause. So this is also, there's another video that he's made that he makes this conspiracy that David Zaslav is David Zaslav is trying to sell off DC because he doesn't like James Gunn's work, and that the people at Paramount, who he's like, they're the people who are going to buy Warner Brothers eventually, those people want to restore the Snyderverse. And you're like, buddy,
Oh, that's
like,
retarded.
oh man, yeah, and look at his
If
new
anything-
take. His new take is even worse than that.
Zazov hates James Gunn. Doesn't like James Gunn. That's why he's, you know what? There's a sequel to Superman coming in 2 years.
That's why
Yeah.
there's lanterns coming.
There's lanterns with Supergirl, Clayface, and
Well, look at what he says. Look at what he says. It's insane what he says.
and then he says, "How the guys at Paramount's gonna restore Snyderverse?" Okay.
Oh, it's not even Paramount now. Guess who is going to restore the Snyderverse? This shit makes no fucking sense.
I know. I'm not. Netflix is the easy answer because that's been the answer for years.
It's right there, but continue to see.
What?
This is so bad. What is this? What is this?
What?
And it's not just feeling.
Here's the thing: people make that same kind of reaction to Marvel movies. That's not.
Yeah, people be up in there reacting to Tron Ares like that. Like, bro.
Yeah. Like look at the Minecraft, man. We saw videos of shit like.
Well, it's at Comic-Con. It's at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
People would dead ass. They would flip out and freak out if they announced a fucking fucking I'm trying to think of some fucking obscure
Chicken Jockey. Come on.
Minecraft was not a good movie.
If they announced a fucking Mega Bloks movie at San Diego Comic-Con, people would be acting like that. You know what I mean? Like, dude, like they will lose their mind over anything. It could be the smallest, nichest thing ever.
People
oh my god, they're making a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Live action movie with Chris Pratt. People would lose their mind.
I guarantee you this. Whenever we see Avatar, if you're in packed crowd, they're gonna be reactions to the Avengers Doomsday trailer, just like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it
means nothing. Like the movie came out and it came out shit. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I was hyped about it. I admit, I was more hyped about BVS than Civil War, and Civil War was 1,000 times much better movie.
But even if you like the movie, right?
Yeah.
Like this guy obviously likes the movie. Okay, fine. But like the movie, first off, I think if they all just kept making the same amount of money, they could say at least there was like some fan base, but there was diminishing returns. That's the point that these guys never bring up. It's like the movie made $800 million. Okay, that's good, even though that's below their expectations. But forget their expectations. The next movie made $200 million less. And then
the next week,
ever since, the only movie that ever did do well was Aquaman. And Aquaman wasn't even under the Zack Snyder movies. It was a completely different tone.
How much was BVS opening weekend? Wasn't it getting 400 million? Like overall?
Oh, worldwide? I don't know. I don't think it was 400. That's way too much.
Oh no!
I don't even think Endgame made that amount in its first weekend. Or yeah, I think Endgame made like 300 million in its first weekend worldwide. I don't know, something like that.
No, it made 424 million.
Oh, it was 400. Endgame.
Okay, yes. No. BVS made 424 million in its first 5 days in March 2016.
400 million worldwide.
424 to be exact.
Okay.
In first 5 days.
Then I have no clue what Endgame made then. I thought Endgame.
Here's the thing. Any movie that makes 424 million in the first week and doesn't make $1 billion overall.
Yeah. Well, obviously, then the movie, the movie was not good. I didn't realize that it was that high. 400 million within pretty much the first weekend.
Yeah. I didn't see what to say. So, but I mean, come on. Any movie that makes 400 million, it should be destined to make $1 billion easily.
Yeah. Then in like 3 weeks, it probably would crack. If it has the momentum to keep going, if it doesn't have these massive drop-offs.
And I don't know how long it was, probably in theaters for 3 or 4 months, then to make 800 million?
It just completely buckled. Like,
yeah. I don't know if there's ever been a movie in the last 10 years that has a massive drop-off like that. Ever.
Not. I mean, Joker 2 had a massive drop off, but I mean, you're not talking about the same amount of money, though.
Yeah.
No, it's rare for
There's
movies to do
data
that. It has to be a really bad movie for there to be a massive drop off like that.
Yeah.
And Warner Brothers obviously did not like the results of that. Unfortunately, they couldn't do anything because they were in the middle of production and filming of this Justice League Snyder Justice League at the time.
Well,
right?
they did. So, they shifted gears. They did shift gears.
Oh yeah,
as fast as they could. Because remember, they were shifting gears on Suicide Squad.
You know what?
Because of BVS. That's how fast they did that.
Okay, I know you're not. I know some of you are not sport. I know Blind, you're not a sports person, but this is a sports analogy. Your team has a coach, right? And the coach is a boss. If your coach is right, is not successful, you know what happens? GM, the owner says, get rid of this coach mid-season, right? Bring in a new coach to whatever a new coach could do. That's exactly what happened here with Warner Brothers. They saw Zack Snyder was not doing what they thought he would do when they had to shift course.
Yeah.
Right? Now, and Suicide Squad definitely play. Do you think Batman was always going to be a Suicide Squad, or do you think they wanted Batman in Suicide Squad?
I think he was always in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Because remember, they shot Suicide Squad in Toronto, and I remember they were shooting the Batman scene early.
Yeah, that's true.
He was always in that movie. The tone of the movie was what changed. Yeah. It was the tone of the movie. Because remember, like, this movie, Suicide Squad is one of the craziest behind-the-scenes movies in terms of post-production. Warner Brothers saw Batman versus Superman box office performance. They were like, oh, shit. The tone of the movie is what made the movie not successful, which I don't even think that's really the case. It just wasn't a good movie.
You can make a movie with that kind of tone. You can make, it doesn't matter.
I think if the movie was good, I don't think people would have cared that it was a darker tone. It was a PG-13 movie. Like, it's not.
The Batman is a darker tone, and people loved it.
And like the tone was not the problem, but so because of that, they were like, okay, we need to lighten it up. And what Warner Brothers did was they hired the company that did the trailer, right? Which they're not film editors. You don't hire a fucking trailer editors to fucking cut a movie, and especially. And then so they had to almost change the tone. They cut so much out of the movie, they had to reshoot it. Jared Leto, obviously, one of the points that everybody makes fun of is Jared Leto's bad in the movie, but he's barely in the movie.
They cut out.
Yeah, they cut him out because they also, I think, behind the scenes, people knew his performance wasn't good, but he was also somewhat of a draw to the movie because it was the Joker.
But from behind the scenes, I mean, people did not like the Jared Leto casting as Joker when he was announced. And
there was a massive controversy. It became a giant meme because he has all these tattoos on him.
Yeah,
I hate when they released the picture of the Joker. It says damage on his forehead.
And by the way,
know Joker's damage.
Suicide Squad was technically successful, but if you notice, they never reused that Joker in the movies. Like the next time we saw Jared Leto as Joker was in the Snyder Cut,
and that looked more like a Joker. I mean, because that looked more like a Joker would be than Jared Leto's Joker.
Well, I mean, it just shows you that the movie was successful, but yet they didn't even feel the need to bring back Jared Leto as Joker.
And you saw like the actual version Air wanted it out. If you saw like the screenplay was worse. Even with
I don't know if it was worse.
Just wasn't good.
I don't know if it. I don't really know the quality of his work. I mean, like, David Ayer is kind of hit and miss. Like, he does have good movies, but I don't, like, could he have made a good Suicide Squad movie? Sorry. I think so. I mean, it kind of matches his sensibilities. It obviously would not have been like James Gunn's movie. It would have been more like gangs and stuff like that. Way more darker, like more in line with Zack Snyder's vision.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if his original version would have been better I'm gonna assume yes, because the movie was so bad. I mean, it has error. There's literal critical editing errors in the movie. You know what I mean? Like really bad ones. Like like it was an amateur fucking movie the way it was cut because it was made by a
Amateur
trailer
hour,
house.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one of the this is not even an editing mistake, but this just kind of shows you the level of incompetency because no one would have approved this. In the first couple of minutes within the movie, they have a title card that isn't even legible because it blends into the background.
This is all of them.
Like that would never get approved.
They were they were trying to fix things too quickly. They were trying to fix things too quickly, rush things, right? Especially Suicide Squad.
And they made the production scene to what's it called, Task Force X twice.
Yeah.
Through that shit twice.
Right, because the person who's editing it, they don't have no concept of film editing.
That's how bad BVS did, right? It shifted from a lot of things from Warner Brothers because instead of being patient, they're like, "Oh, we have to catch the Marvel as fast as possible.
Yep.
We got to get the Marvel."
And by the way, you know what makes this even funnier is the fact that Warner Brothers executives, a couple of weeks before the movie came out, they gave it a standing ovation. Yeah, those same executives then decided we have to change.
They gave Joker the 2 a standing ovation, or People Venice Festival gave that.
Well, I'm not. I know at Venice they give everybody standing ovations, but
exactly they're not going to boo. They're not going to boo the movie. Say it sucks, right?
But this is different, though. This is different. Warner Brothers executives gave it a standing ovation.
Yeah, well.
Those are the suits who then made the creative decision to say you have to change it. So the same people who like the movie, right? This shows you something about executives. They have no fucking clue, right? How to even what people are gonna like. They like the movie, but when they saw the reaction, they were like, it's not financially feasible anymore.
Executives don't know what the fans really think.
Yeah, they don't. Well, they don't know what audience think at all. Yeah, they're out of touch completely, right? That was my point. People at Venice, they do it out of courtesy, right? It's just you made a movie, it's playing at Venice, we're gonna clap, we're here to support you. Executives clapping, that's a totally different cultural thing. You know what I mean? Like those are the suits. They don't give a fuck. So if they like the movie, I like the movie. That's how you know something was wrong. if they're all going like, yeah, this is
or they'll pay some actor you know what Tom Cruise said the Flash was was a great movie. I think he was paid to say that. I don't think he really meant it. I think he was paid.
Yeah, in hindsight, the fact that we had Warner Brothers executives and all these celebrities come out and endorse the Flash, that should have been a red flag.
Yeah, it was paid. Yeah.
I think now going forward, I think that's a red flag. If any. In my opinion, I think the work should just stand on its own. You don't need big names to now, like, you know what I mean? Like people have their own eyes. We don't need people to come out and say if the movie is good. We could tell by a trailer.
You can't with celebrities to put in movies. Yeah, they may be. You know what? The movie may not do well. May not have been good movie. They might say, but they might. What? But. The thing is, obviously, you can't take the word on a movie that was not good. They might have liked the movie that they played in, but journalists may not. So,
no, take it with a grain of salt. Yeah. I think everything you should just take a grain with salt.
But but there's some celebrities are not afraid to say, this movie was horrible. I mean, Dakota Johnson, Madam Reb. I wish Sydney Sweeney said. Come on, Sydney Sweeney is being too nice to Madam Reb.
Yeah.
John Boyega, Star Wars. Jesus, that was something.
All right, let's continue this guy.
Back it up. Man of Steel was and still is the highest grossing Superman film of all time. Batman vs. Superman made even more profit than Man of Steel, despite the controversy surrounding it. That's because
Wow.
I don't know, Degrassi. I mean,
how much do you think they pay Tom Cruise, the biggest movie star, to endorse a Flash? I have no clue. I don't know if it was a payment. I don't even think it was payment.
Is Tom Cruise the biggest movie star in the world now? I mean, the last couple Mission Impossibles.
Well, back then, let's say he was.
I don't even think they need to pay these people to see the movie. I think it's just they're they're cozy together. It's like a friendship, right? That's what Hollywood is. So it's like I don't think he got paid like literal cash payment. I think that would be insane. But I think they were doing him a solid. I think, to be honest, I think in their circles they probably didn't even realize. They were like, it's not that it's a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was nefarious or anything like that. I just think they were just doing them a solid, and it was obviously to help the movie. You know what I mean? Like, it makes sense on paper. It's like, like my buddy watched the movie.
They asked him to do a cameo for a potential future role, so that might.
There you go. Exactly. That's what I mean. That's shaking hands and being like, yeah, maybe we'll, you could be in our next thing, and you know what I mean. That's how Hollywood works in general. You know what I mean? That's how almost like all the creative industry works. Oh, you do this for me, I'll help you down the road.
I'll do a favor for you.
It's not, it's not like, it's not like money transaction. Hell, we even do it. You know what I mean? We literally do it behind the scenes. Normal. Yeah, I'll help you come over to my stream. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but in the context of what the movie was, I think it hurt the movie.
Down, do they really believe? Do they really believe what? Because do they really believe?
That's the real question.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you'll get a straight answer from them. They'll probably say, "Yeah, I like the movie."
There's some actors, actresses, or let's say with a straight face that this movie was bad. I was in. There's some of them. Most of them don't really until later on.
Right. But I think if you have to come out and say that, right, instead of it just being like, if it's around the time of the movie, okay, but like leading up to the movie, and it wasn't just Tom Cruise. If it was Tom Cruise, you could say whatever, right? But it was Stephen King. It was all these a ton of people who are well known were saying The Flash was good. James Gunn put his stamp on it. Obviously,
they had to. No, they had to do that.
James Gunn had to. I mean, he was head of DC Studios. So we can't.
Yeah. But I mean, if he wasn't, I bet he probably still would say it was a good movie because he was still making movies with DC, right? So, so I mean, they were trying to obviously get the movie to be better than it was, and they were obviously probably shocked. They were shocked that the movie didn't do well.
Look, if I hope. See the difference with Kevin Feige and James Gunn. James Gunn is just starting out, but James Gunn, right? Kevin Feige will admit, because he has admitted, some of the things haven't landed recently. I hope James Gunn can commit to that if some of the things with DCU haven't landed in the future.
In the future, he probably might say something, but I don't think now he'll say anything.
Because Feige has, right? Like Feige clearly has when he does his weird interviews.
That is true.
The hype around the movie.
What?
I don't want to keep harping, but Kevin Feige, he doesn't talk a lot, but he does own up to things. I will.
He's honest about that. Yeah.
He did say he has a few things he didn't like about the MCU that he wants to rectify later on. So there's that.
But continue.
And I think James Gunn is the type of guy to do that, because I think it, like, for example, if they didn't think if they thought if Supergirl doesn't do as well, or the reception is poor or whatever, and whatever, I hope he doesn't double down on James Gunn just being honest. Like, we admitted maybe there's some things I don't know, whatever, admit to some of the things. I'm not saying Supergirl is going to be like that. I'm just saying just in case, because not everything that DC
we don't
is going to
know.
land.
But we still, the movie's still far away. We don't know what's gonna happen.
I'm just using an example, right? Like,
oh, sorry. Okay,
was actually real. Suicide Squad was a terrible movie and yet made a lot of money. The brand had power. Joker and Harley costumes dominated Halloween that year. This universe was a cultural phenomenon despite the studio interference. Wonder Woman was proof of concept.
Cultural phenomenon.
Some hibbity-jibbity.
As soon as this guy was getting shit on, the villain is easily one of the top worst 5 villains in comic book history. Me personally, the worst comic book villain is the one from Madame Web. And if I did
I mean, the villain for Wonder Woman, I mean, it was just more of a bad third act. That's really it. It still was a good movie, in my opinion.
The CGI block.
But at least I know it was bad third act, but at least believed Ares is in the background causing all this
Yeah.
was very important to the story of Wonder Woman, right? With this guy Ezekiel, just fucking God, all around, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is this might be if I had a top worst 5 comic book villains, I might put him number 1.
It's not even the legit Ezekiel. That's the problem. Like it's
no,
it's between Ezekiel and Cain.
Yeah, they just picked the name Ezekiel from the comic. Hey, this guy's from the comics. Just pick him.
Yeah.
And my number 2 Marvel villain, my number 2 worst villain, is probably the MCU. I could probably. It might be the Marvel's villain.
Oh, I don't even remember what her name is.
Barbar, something like that.
Yeah, she was generic. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that was. Oh.
Yeah, I would say Captain Marvel too. What's his name was not that good too.
Even true. I forgot his name too. God damn.
I wish, honestly, I remember leading up to this movie. I don't know if TJ remembers this. There was a theory that. By the way, what's that actor's name? I'm blanking on his name.
For who?
Jude Law?
The villain of Jude Law, yeah, Jude Law. He that he was gonna be the original Captain Marvel. That would have made the movie way more interesting. I'm sure people would have been pissed, there would have been a lot of outrage, but I would have preferred that over what we got because it was so generic what we got, you know what I mean? Like he was actually Marvel and he was working with the Kree and stuff, and he kind of had to go against Captain Marvel or Carol.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would have been way more interesting. Because then at least you could keep him around. Like they just got rid of Marvel and then poof. Like which was disrespectful as fuck, by the way.
He was still alive. He didn't die. He was still alive.
No, he didn't die. That is a good point. But I mean, like Marvel, like the actual Marvel that we got, which was the lady. I can't remember the actress, famous actress. I can't remember her name.
Was it Annette Bening?
She was Yeah.
Oh, she
was Marvel.
Yeah. But they made her into a villain, didn't they too?
No, she was Marvel. She was the original Marvel.
The AI was just mimicking her.
Yeah.
Just to taunt.
The mimic, that was their supreme intelligence. That's in the comics too. They have that.
Yeah. Did she play supreme intelligence?
No, she was Marvel. I'm telling you, Marvel. Marvel is the original Captain Marvel. He dies from cancer in Marvel comics. Like that's like a famous storyline, the death of Captain Marvel.
I think
and they never brought him back. He's like the one. I mean, they bring him back references in the Ultimate Universe, but in all reality, that's the one character Marvel really does not bring back.
She plays in the Captain Marvel movie. She plays Supreme Intelligence in Dr. Wendy Lawson. Annette Bening.
Yeah, but she's not. I just told you she's Marvel in the movie. Okay. Marvel is the original Captain Marvel. Like the original Captain Marvel. Before, remember, Carol was not Captain Marvel. She was Miss Marvel.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is the guy. Everybody, if you ask classic, if you go in and ask people who's Captain Marvel, and they're like older guys, like the Grassy knows what I'm talking about, right? TJ knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel is Marvel, right? The guy who was he was he a Kree? I can't even remember. But he was a Kree. Yeah, and then Captain Marvel gets her powers from his accident as well, right? When he shows up to Earth and he was there to monitor Earth. That's all in the original Marvel comics. He's the classic Captain Marvel, and like I said, he's not like the fact that Aaron doesn't even know it. It shows like they completely like that character's been just completely wiped from the mainstream.
Oh.
Yeah, because Marvel did a famous storyline.
Handled it way better.
Yeah, Marvel had a famous
Marvel,
the famous death of Captain Marvel, one of Marvel's most famous storylines, because it was like, oh, this is a character who's dying from cancer, and he dies. He's dead. He's not coming back. He's never been like properly revived. Similar to like Gwen Stacy or Uncle Ben, he's a dead character. One of the very few comic characters who's actually stayed dead, right? And Marvel just completely butchered that completely because I guess they didn't care, right? They didn't give a fuck. They were like, whatever. You know, but that would have been way more interesting if Jude Law was Captain Marvel and he was an antagonist and he was fighting Carol. At least you could have kept him around. He could have been like Loki, right? It's just that he was working for the Kree. And then on top of that, too, it would have been way more interesting if Marvel did the Kree Skrull War, right? Because that was an Avengers storyline that they did. Like what? When did they do that? In the 80s?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. The first Secret Wars were the 80s too.
Well, I don't think it was the 80s then. It might have been late 70s. Whenever it was. But that's the storyline that they had, right? And, you know, that just kind of shows Captain Marvel really was the lore and everything butchered from them.
The Skrulls are just good guys. That was a choice. That was an interesting choice.
Yeah, that was like supposed to be subversive, but it was stupid.
All right, yeah.
Kind of got off
It was
track.
one of the highest grossing superhero movies of all time, and it was the first financially successful female-led superhero movie. This movie was a cultural phenomenon, and it wasn't luck.
It has nothing to do with Snyder, though.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what's up, Jalen?
Hey, Jalen.
This was a vision. This was a universe that found its audience. DC had successfully carved a path for their brand. This is the main reason that David Zaslav would want to restore the Snyderverse. We know he wants to sell Warner Brothers.
That's the main reason. Where did you say that? Is there an interview that said that?
No, he's just saying that.
Yeah.
He does this a lot. He just says these things that are, it's not factual.
These people have things in. I always talk about things like this. Where's the proof? Just because you say it doesn't mean it's proof, right? It's true, right? Where's the proof?
At least preface it with saying it's your opinion, but he's obviously knows. That's what I'm saying. He's a bit facetious, this guy, because he'll say something that's factually true, and then line it up with something that's not.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that. That's disingenuous, man.
The highest bidder. He needs the IP to be seen as valuable. And almost everything DC has done outside of the Snyderverse has either underperformed or failed miserably.
Something is definitely bleeding.
And you see what he did there? You see what he did? He's trying to say that, well, not trying to say, right? Let me walk that back. If you notice what he did there, right? Where it makes it sound like that James Gunn's universe was there as a contrast, like to show that, hey, the Snyderverse stuff was more successful than this junk, and therefore you should bring back the Snyderverse, right? Because he's trying to, his whole argument is that the person who's trying to bring back the Snyderverse is actually David Zaslav. I don't know if he's gotten to that point yet, but he's like, David Zaslav is the one.
He's been saying it. Yeah, so far.
Yeah, he's been applying it, obviously.
Yeah, but I think he outright says it though. Which is, it's just like, are you insane? Like,
it's not a long video, guys. In the chat, it's not a long video. It's only 7
it's like
minutes.
7 minutes. Yeah, we've been mostly talking over it.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about the tonal switch when discussing DC's course correction. Sure, that played a role, but what really killed the DCU was that WB killed the momentum. They killed the continuity, and continuity is the lifeblood of a franchise or cinematic universe. The way you build a franchise or sequel is to build on past events, raise the stakes, and change the dynamics. Justice League 2017 killed the momentum that Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman built. The movie...
The problem these Snyder Bros is they think... You don't understand. The general audiences didn't like BVS.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Snyder Bros.
It was way too downward. It was way too long. You know, it was way too slow.
Yeah.
The Snyder, BVS was huge hit in the first week, then flopped overall, right?
Right.
That's not based on hardcore fans of DC, because hardcore fans of DC would have seen the first weekend, whatever, right? General audiences might have heard of Batman versus Superman, but then read reviews or whatever, or go on social media, YouTube, and see the reviews of people not liking it, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to see this movie." No. The problem these fans are, they speak like they're part of general audience. No.
Yes.
Right.
The general
Well, they
audience.
speak with a lot of
authority.
conviction too.
Yeah. Like they're speaking for the general audience, right? Right? Like, no.
Because another thing that he says right there that doesn't he's trying to also imply that Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel were successful, and that the Justice League, whatever you want to call it, right, was such a bad movie that it stained those movies, and that's why that movie wasn't successful.
No.
But no one has ever. First off, I don't even think people even understand that Joss Whedon directed that movie, like Ghost directed that movie, at least some of it, right? Because he didn't direct the entire thing. That's why he doesn't have a credit on it.
And Joss Whedon came off Avenger movies.
So if you're a normie, right?
Yeah.
You would just assume in the movie it says Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
So there's I guarantee if they did a study there, I'm sure you would find this that there are people who associate that movie with Zack Snyder. They don't associate it with Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
If they
so this point is a mute point because, I mean, first off, even what I'm saying, we don't 100% know that. But if we're just going based on what the movie tells us, and we did no additional research, we would assume Zack Snyder just directed the movie.
It looks like a Zack Snyder movie at the end of the
day.
day.
I guarantee you, if people did, like TJ guys, if they did do the research and find out Joss Whedon directed it, they'd probably done a lot more just because he directed Avengers movie 2 years prior. I mean, Avenger movies, right? Like,
right. Like Justice League didn't flop because of Joss Whedon.
No.
It flopped because, first off, one, it wasn't a well-received movie, and it was coming off of movies that also were, if you want to say, like, I think saying Man of Steel was mixed in terms of its reception is fair, because you go and look at the Rotten Tomato, it's a 50, so it's mixed. I wouldn't say that's a total flop. I would call that a mix, right? So even if I'm giving him that charitability, right, being charitable to this guy, it still doesn't look good. That means like there's an overwhelming amount of people who don't like that movie.
So yeah, the thing is, a mixed reaction is, I mean, it's mixed. It's still not a good thing.
No, yeah, you definitely don't want a mixed movie whatsoever.
Yeah. Because it tells you that people that like it will go see the movie, but the people that don't like it, probably not see BVS.
Because that's the fastest way to have a controversial movie.
Yeah. Right? People, if you have a mix,
especially for that kind of movie, not necessarily good.
Yeah, because the people on 50% that didn't like the movie, they probably won't see the next movie in part of the franchise.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, for him to ignore or pretend like, no, that's not the case. That's not why Justice League bombed. Is, again, I just think, like, let's be honest. Like, look at the numbers. Like, if you're comparing numbers, the numbers don't line up with what you're saying.
And we're gonna be straight here. How much of that box office for BVS would have done without Batman in it?
It wouldn't have made that money that fast. That's for sure.
Exactly. There's a reason why Warner Brothers pushed for Batman. Right.
Right. And by the way, it is funny that people like to say James Gunn's DCU is dead on arrival when we only got 3 projects. And if we're looking at the movie, right, the movie did 600 million. Superman has never really he doesn't perform like Batman. No. So if you want to really compare and put the test of his universe, you would say, well, his Batman movie, that should be the comparison. Like, if that movie doesn't do well, then maybe you can make that argument that, okay, it's a bust because Batman didn't do well. But if his Batman movie does well, then that means the universe is going to continue.
I know you said this, Blind, because I know you bashed the director for the Batman Brave and the Bold, but based on Welcome to Derry, people have faith in him again to direct Brave and the Bold.
Oh yeah, I think it depends on the script. If he has a script, because I mean the show is being held up by a script too. The directing is pretty good. It's his directing.
And have you seen his action scenes in The Flash with Batman? Like,
it was okay. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I personally, for me, I still kind of mixed on that part. But I think if he's going for like a horror aspect of Batman with Clayface, I think that will probably be what's successful in the movie. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, if you guys like the action sequences, and if other people did like the action sequences, then that only is going to add to his credibility, right? He could at least say that, oh, people liked my the action sequences in the Flash. They didn't like the movie overall, but here's one aspect that they did like. So that does help. But yeah, I would say I'm a little bit more like, I won't be on his ass as much as I was. I would fucking cook his ass.
Yeah, because some directors, there's some directors who can direct all kinds of things, from science fiction to comedy to seriousness. And there's some directors that are not good at directing different genres, right?
Right. And if I'm again, if we're yeah, the script. That's how I was gonna say. I was gonna say, if we're also being fair to him, The Flash was a movie in development hell. It was obviously being controlled much by Warner Brothers. Like, Warner Brothers was the one who decided we're gonna make this a nostalgic, trip, and then they fucked up because, well, Spider-Man beat them first. Remember, Flash was the one that had that idea, and it was in development, and it was supposed to come out the same time around as No Way Home.
No Way Home was another Flashpoint.
Yeah,
it was supposed to come out before 2020 Flash.
Yeah. I still think that movie should have came out way earlier, because Michael Keaton, I don't know, Michael Keaton's Batman wasn't, I don't think people had a lot of nostalgia like they thought.
Yeah.
Why did the movie underperform? Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least for that reason, people should have saw the movie, but they didn't.
Because I'll say this, I love Michael Keaton's Batman, and for the older audience, I understand Michael Keaton. A lot of people that go see comic book movies grew up with the Nolan Batman,
right?
Kristen Bale Batman.
Yeah. But also,
it's a generational thing.
Yeah. There's so many factors to the Flash, man. Like, because another thing I'm thinking about is, what if James Gunn didn't announce there was a reboot?
Yeah.
Well, then what? Like, what would have happened? I'm curious. Like, we'll never know, but I'm very curious. Like, what would have happened if James Gunn was like, I'm gonna announce all my slate in 2024 instead of 2023?
Yeah.
And like, what would have happened to the Flash and those other movies? Like, would those movies have been successful? And if they all flopped, I mean, like, I think people rushed James Gunn to make that announcement, because it was like, there was no reason to really, like, he already announced or told everybody, the executives and stuff behind the scenes, what he was doing. But like, so many people were like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And he announced all these movies. And some of those movies, we don't even know if they're going to like happen within the next 5 years. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to Swamp Thing and all this stuff, right? So in hindsight, maybe he should have never done that. Like, because he kind of did fuck that movie a little bit.
I mean, look, Keaton's Batman rejuvenated the comic book movies in the 80s, because Superman 3 and 4 were bad, Supergirl was bad, and when Warner Bros. Decided to do Batman, like, okay, Batman is what rejuvenated comic book genre. It's just saying,
right?
In the 80s, and if it wasn't for Batman rejuvenating 1989 the comic book genre, I don't know if we've got the smaller movies like Darkman or anything like that, and then some of the. Right? I mean, we got a lot of bad Marvel movies. Like, there was, guys, you got to remember, first Avenger was not the first Captain America movie.
Look at what Degrassi's saying here. The thing about Keaton Batman is that all of our parents went opening weekend too.
Yeah.
They all came on the TV show, and Nick, was peaking.
Jack Nicholson.
That's also, you know what? I wonder if, he's still alive, but if they did have Jack Nicholson in The Flash, would that have improved the movie?
I think Michael Keaton would have. I think more people would have saw the Flash movie if Michael Keaton was continuing for Batman for more than just 2 movies. Well, from the 90s, like, say, Batman Robin. He was Batman. 90s Batman Forever. He's Batman. Then the Batman. They say they reboot Batman with Nolan. He was Batman again. You have to keep the character fresh for the younger generation to get interested in the actor playing the Batman character, right? Like, look at Hugh Jackman, for example. How long has he been Wolverine? Since 2000.
Long time.
2000. But they keep him fresh because he's been in the X-Men movies in 2000s, and he has his own movies, right? Isn't that he had to come to keep the actor and the character fresh, right? That's how people, because over the generation, right? That's how you build. Keaton has.
But you know what also made it Hugh Jackman fresh? He wasn't around for when Logan came out, we didn't see him until Deadpool and Wolverine. That's a fair amount of years.
The thing is, 7 years, you're right. But with Keaton, it's been 23 from 1992.
Yeah.
That's 30 years.
I think they should just play it up as novelty.
Matters. Yeah. See, novelty doesn't always sell, right? Not always.
I think if because I do wonder, I don't think you would ever agree to it, but if the movie was Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton are returning,
well,
how would that movie have played? Would that have been more successful?
The star of Batman '89 was not Michael Keaton. It was Jack Nicholson.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Jack Nicholson.
It was Jack Nicholson. I don't know how well the movie would have done if it wasn't Jack Nicholson's Joker. I mean, they were going for high-tiered acting talent. Like they were going for the top actors in Hollywood for that role. They really were.
Right. I do wonder. Keaton might be coming back for one more movie, probably. Yeah.
Oh, you said Nicholson.
I think Degrassi did tell us that one time.
Maybe
he's going to come back at some point.
Can you imagine Beetlejuice 3 with Jack Nicholson?
Oh, man.
Oh, Jack Nicholson being the villain, that would be something.
Yeah, that would be something. But I wonder, I think that maybe would have boosted the movie. Because think about it like this, right? Like, No Way Home. If No Way Home just brought back the villains, would the movie have made $2 billion?
Oh, no way.
I think it would be.
Nobody would.
I think it made $1 billion. I think it would have made $1 billion, but
like the whole selling point of the movie is Andrew and Toby in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: the kids actually know about.
Because
Andrew
was just Spider-Man 7 years prior to No Way Home, right? Right? Like Amazing Spider-Man. Right?
I think it was like, would they get every single actor back? We didn't get every single actor back, obviously, because more so because of they got one dude who's been canceled, right? I don't think they didn't bring back their love interests, right? But I mean, they brought back the people who were, like the big draws, right? So, I mean, you couldn't have done that movie without William Dafoe, right? Or Tobey Maguire.
Oh,
he kind of had to bring back everybody. So the fact that The Flash was trying to ape off of, nostalgia for DC movies, but they didn't bring back all the components. I think, they need to bring back way more people, like people who actually mattered, right?
Zod, who the hell cares?
Yeah, Zod. That's another thing too. I don't think the villain was that interesting. They really needed to up the movie. Like
they needed to make Reverse Flash a villain. The director can't just say, Reverse Flash is the reason why his mother's dead. Like, no, you can't just say that.
But then at that point, I do wonder. I really wonder how they were thinking about this movie, because maybe they did think about this stuff and they're like, this is too much and it's gonna be too convoluted and it's a Flash movie. Like, I really wonder, and then, we'll probably know in 10 years.
Anyway.
It probably felt that's just stupid to direct. I mean, animation is doing well. It's just that you can't say that about Reverse Flash. Show us.
Yeah.
They didn't even mention about another speedster in the movie killing the mother. Like, the reason why. How is the CW Flash so much better than that Flash?
That's another thing too. CW Flash should have been in it.
True.
Yeah.
The CW was walking circles around the DC.
Yeah.
It was. It was. I mean, no. The Reverse Flash as was actually whoever the Tom Cavazal's Reverse Flash, whether it's different versions of it because there's always different remnants of it was actually good.
You know what was funny too? I'm just remembering the CW because I never liked that show, but I remember my dad was telling me why didn't they put the CW Flash in the movie?
Everybody and their uncle was saying that shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody.
like because I never watched that show. I never liked it, but it was like if my dad was watching the CW Flash, I mean, like that kind of shows you like. I mean, he
like
does.
The normie of normies.
I mean, he was into comic books, but he wasn't like he didn't like the Flash. You know what I mean?
The thing
Like
is,
he was just...
Ezra Miller did not play Barry Allen. Barry Allen is not an awkward character. Never was.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ezra Miller is a whole other can of worms too. Like
I mean, I know you didn't like the Flash TV show, but at least that Flash, Barry Allen, was more like the comic version than Ezra Miller's Barry Allen. Barry Allen was never an awkward character. You know, like
right.
Like, and the thing is, because Ezra Miller tends to play characters like that a lot, awkward characters, right? Awkward characters, and he tried to make Barry out like, no, you're just acting, man. Barry, he probably never, like, come on, like, can't always play
acting as himself.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I don't think he's weird in real life. So,
well.
Let's see what.
He didn't even acknowledge past events like the nightmare future that Batman had. The movie gave the audience tonal whiplash, bouncing from a darker, gritty tone to a lighthearted, campy tone. But despite this, it could still have built momentum if they committed to it. Aquaman made $1 billion. The Joker made $1 billion.
That is the
and
problem.
The Batman was
the Joker doesn't. The Joker doesn't count because
he just said it was tonal whiplash, but then he uses Aquaman as an example.
He glanced over that. Yeah.
That makes no sense what he just said. Yeah.
And Aquaman $1 billion. Wasn't Aquaman changed because of the Snyder shit? Like,
yeah, that's what we're trying to. He just made that point. That's what we're saying, right? He says that the movies were bad because they shifted tones, but then he goes, well, Aquaman was successful, therefore you could use that as a
Joker was a darker tone too.
But that movie, Aquaman was campy though.
Yeah, Aquaman was campy.
So that just completely refutes his main argument, like that. Oh, Aquaman can be used as a pivot.
Aquaman isn't as serious as
there was a lot of
Superman or Man of Steel.
Yeah. And the Joker doesn't count. The Joker is not. Joker is Black Label. You can't use Joker as.
He actually he unironically added Joker in there. That's crazy.
Yeah, he added because to boost his argument. Which makes no sense. Like, no one is counting Joker as Zack Snyder. Who's ever done that?
It's Todd Phillips. Todd Phillips is a better director than Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder hasn't even made a rated R DC movie besides the Snyder Cut that didn't even play in theaters.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that movie was even supposed to be rated R. So you can't even make that argument.
Zack Snyder cannot help it. He has to make things as dark as possible. Right? Even if he gets a PG-13 rating, right? Like, but you can't use Joker as an argument. That's directed by Todd Phillips in a different universe. Sorry, that's not a good. That's not good. That's not a good point to use because that's easy debunkable.
Yeah, he's. That's what I'm saying. If you notice this guy, way more coherent compared to harsh critics who's stumbling all over
because he yells.
Doesn't make he's just a total clown. This guy though, he's a little bit more constructive, but he's mixing up points. He's got to he establishes something and then he's got to jump. You know what I mean? Like he's jumping the shark on all of his points.
Yeah.
You can't. You know what I mean? Like
he's using his editing skills to add some spin. That's the problem.
Yeah.
This guy's way he's still small, but you could see how if this guy grows in numbers, you could see why he would be influencing a lot of these people because look at the way he's presenting it. You know what I mean? It sounds credible, but it's not. It's not like Neurotic who's he's just joking and saying shit and people just believe it. But he's actually pointing out and trying to use numbers and be like, hey, look at this. I'm contrasting this. And he's trying to form an argument. This is what, oh man.
It's all spin.
financially successful. So there was clearly still interest in DC, and DC could have still won if they got their act together. But instead of focusing on continuity and building momentum,
Where's the Batman part 2? Where's the Batman? That did very well. Oh, because it's not part of the Snyderverse, right?
Into the light tone.
Yeah, but more something they don't mention. They never mention that.
Importantly, they made DC movies self-contained instead of connected stories. Shazam, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984, James Gunn's Suicide Squad, Black Adam, Flash, Blue Beetle, they were all embarrassing flops. The most egregious examples are Black Adam and Shazam. In the comics, these characters are connected. Black Adam is a massive part of Shazam's origin story, but they decided to make separate movies and make them self-contained. The audience rejected this, but it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, why did that happen?
Because they abandoned Snyder's
vision. It
was about the lack of identity.
No, he does not mention it.
And that is what makes the cinematic universe. It's not that they got rid of...
Hold on. Pause a moment. The reason why that didn't happen, and we all know this, is because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson himself...
He didn't want Black Adam to be a villain.
The entire project.
Yeah, exactly. You know what would happen if here's what happened. If Dwayne Johnson agreed to Shazam and Black Adam in the same movie, it'd be Shazam versus Black Adam, Dawn of Justice 2. Because The Rock would want Black Adam to eventually be a hero too, right? Right?
Yeah.
Like no.
His ego ruined the entire movie.
But he didn't. He would have only done that if it was, a bigger actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Zachary Levi's in that case. So
yeah, well, Zachary Levi's not the actor that you want to go up against The Rock, and I don't see The Rock.
That's why he wanted Henry Cavill and Superman. Yeah.
But yeah, and this guy won't mention that point because technically, in his view, I don't think he says this in this video, but in his view, The Rock was trying to bring back the Snyderverse. So that would break his that would break his argument if he brings that up, because
DCEU was on the road.
You know what I was thinking?
To make a coup.
You know what? Exactly. You know why I think Warner Brothers agreed to getting Cavill back for the cameo in the Black Adam? Because I believe they believed that Black Adam was going to not do well at the box office, so they hope. Okay, Rock will pick Henry Cavill just to get. Hopefully, they hope to get a boost at the box office.
Well, they did say why they brought him back though. Remember, Pam? Is it Pam and I forget her name? Yeah, and what's the other guy? They're still
Michael DeLuca. They're still here. Yeah, they're still there.
Yeah, they were going. They were technically the ones who were going to head up DC by default, right? They weren't going to have a DC Studios, but they were going to oversee DC movies. And their whole thing was they didn't know what to do, so they were just going to continue what was already there.
So you don't think they knew about James Gunn?
No, I don't think they knew about... They knew someone was going to come in, but they thought it was going to be them. They thought they were going to be the ones who were going to oversee... not DC Studios, but them.
So they thought they thought they got promoted, but something from outside
not promoted. They were going to be there because remember, Warner Brothers was still in the phase of Warner Brothers Discovery, right? And they were trying. Because they were. I think they already were working for Warner Brothers, and I think they just thought everything would have stayed the same, and they just would have had more control over certain movies. Like DC would have been, they would have oversaw DC movies as well.
They didn't know about that. They didn't know about. They knew so they probably thought something was coming, but they didn't know they were looking at James
I think they knew they thought they were going to be the people in charge. That's what I think that was going on, and then they decided no. Yeah, I'm curious. I think they really were.
I think Dwayne Johnson wanted to make a coup.
Yeah, I think David Zaslav knew what he wanted to do with DC, and he wanted to see. He was like testing because I'm sure this is the thing. What if Black Adam was successful? I don't think James Gunn would have gotten it if Black Adam was successful.
Would have stopped that shit right then.
Because remember, The Rock was the one. He was trying to get his production company to come in and do the DC movies. So I think there was multiple people that were potentially in the runnings. Remember, there was another guy. I don't remember his name.
Oh yeah. It's the guy on Netflix.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah,
The guy
he's
hates.
at
Yeah, and the
Netflix.
thing is, he doesn't like the Snyderverse either.
Yeah, he didn't like the Snyderverse too. Yeah, but he was in the running too. But I
Yeah.
think once they got James Gunn, they. I wonder who came up with the idea of making it just DC Studios. Was it David Zaslav or was that James Gunn and Peter Safran? Peter Safran was always there
Alan
at
Horn.
DC too.
I
Yeah,
think you know
whose idea
what?
was it to split DC
I
and
think it's probably
do it like Marvel?
Zaslav because you look at Disney and Disney has Marvel Studios, so he
Yeah.
probably looked at, you know what, let's give DC their own studio.
Probably, yeah.
It's
But
that's what I
before
think.
that, you know, DC was under Warner Brothers control. Like
Yeah,
that's why I say I think it was, you know, butchering their names, but I think it was those other two who were thinking it was going to be them.
and
I think there was even I think an article was ran somewhere. Someone said that of what DC would have looked like under their leadership. And they literally said that it would have just been, we'll bring back everybody in before. They would have brought back Ben Affleck, right? They would have brought back Henry Cavill. They just would have done the exact same thing, even if it wasn't working, because they had no clue what to do. They were just like, well, whatever, the thing that's already there, we'll just do it.
They're lucky they got a guy who worked in the Marvel MCU.
So, well, not even that. I think they're lucky that Black Adam flopped.
Oh yeah, I mean,
we dodged a bullet. True.
Yeah, I think if Black Adam was successful, it would have just caused more fucking problems at DC. You know what I mean? Because then they have no fucking idea.
Snyderverse forever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reality of where the Snyderverse probably would have continued.
And the thing is, what hurt Black Adam, that movie's been in development hell for like a decade too. With The Rock was announced like for Black Adam like 2013, 2014.
So we're lucky. Yeah. Says Alan Horn brought James Gunn to Warner Brothers. That's what Degrassi said. Well, brought him in when exactly? Like you talking about when he became the head of DC?
And
or are you talking about when he was going to direct Suicide Squad?
It's funny how this guy uses Joker, right, as a point.
Yeah.
To say, you know, it's because it's Snyder the Joker did well, right? So does he make a point in this video that Joker 2 failed because of James Gunn?
I don't know. He could make that argument though. The movie flopped. But as we know, based on what happened with that movie, James Gunn had no input in that movie. So how could you even you couldn't even really say that, even though yes, James Gunn was, you know, the head of DC when that movie came out. But if you notice, James Gunn didn't promote that movie. He barely talked about that movie. And as we found out, you know, he gave notes and they rejected his notes. They didn't even want to look at his notes. They're like, fuck.
I'm not surprised. Todd Phillips. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Todd Phillips is the A-list director, and
Todd Phillips is always like that. He assassinates his own characters when they become popular. He's another weirdo.
Snyder is that they didn't replace him with a new identity. Just look at Marvel. After Avengers 2012, every MCU movie referenced the events of New York. But after Justice League, it was radio silence in the DCU. Aquaman was the only movie that acknowledged the events of Justice League. You can't build a universe by pretending your past doesn't exist. And
yeah,
nobody saw it in the movie. And every single movie. Oh, by the way, that's another thing too. Every movie that came out was all over the place. Like the only other movie that would have referenced the events of Justice League was The Flash, because Wonder Woman is a prequel movie. The Harley Quinn movie, Harley Quinn has nothing to do with the Justice League.
Wonder Woman 84 was a prequel movie too.
That's what I just said. Yeah, Wonder Woman was a prequel movie.
Both of them are.
No, both of them.
Well, sorry, I meant 84. I meant that movie was a prequel movie, right? Every movie after Justice League was all over the place. So Aquaman and The Flash were the movies that would have mentioned what happened.
You know what the sad part is? He's showing right here Peacemaker.
Season 1,
and James Gunn's Suicide Squad were some of the only two things, in fact, that did refer to the Justice League stuff.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Those are the only two things that actually treated this shit like a whole universe.
And look.
Oh, that's such a good point.
How sad is that? Yeah, the
look
only
at the scene he's using, guys. He's
hilarious.
using the
That's
scene
funny
of the
as
Justice
fuck.
League, the Flash and Aquaman, right? This is the scene at the end of season 1, which they obviously we did in season 2.
Yeah.
Wait, that happened after Justice League, right? The Justice League was formed like right after they go. The Justice League wasn't the Justice League in the Justice League movie until after. It's like,
and by the way, that's actually a good point too, because
I mean, look at me.
What does anybody remember what happened when we saw that cameo? The Snyder people really didn't say much.
No,
they didn't.
And it was another thing too. Like, there was a period of time where people thought Henry Cavill was going to continue under James Gunn.
Yeah.
So that's another. These are all in the multiverse. These things actually happen. You know what I mean? That would have been so fucking funny to see if we saw a James Gunn Superman movie with Henry Cavill. What would these people have said? What would have I'm so curious.
You know what I think?
Like,
I think they would love. I think they would hate it but I do think Henry Cavill would love it.
Because it's not Snyder, right?
Because these Snyder bros, I don't think they listen to Henry Cavill's interviews over the years about Superman. He wants Superman to be more lighthearted.
But
right?
but he's trying to argue, this guy, right? He's trying to argue keeping the actors and the characters intact. That would have been keeping the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
But does he know all these intricate details of what could have been?
Yep.
That's exactly what James Gunn's DCU is. Peacemaker Season 2 started off with retconning the Justice League while keeping other elements from the DCEU. So you're seeing the trend again, pretending like certain past events didn't happen. But at least there's connectivity in James Gunn's DCU. But it's too little, too late for that.
Too little, too late for that? There's only been a few things out, Willie.
It just started. What do you mean too late?
The perfect storm has arrived. Marvel is one.
Oh my god, no.
MCU fatigue is real. The quality has been on decline for years and it's finally caught up with them this year. The audience has clearly evolved. Maybe in 2016, people weren't ready for a darker, more serious DC universe. But after 10 years of Marvelized everything, the appetite for something different had never been stronger. But despite Marvel's struggles...
I'm sorry, that's funny, the burgers.
Oh, it's junk food, guys.
Yeah.
Right now, watch what happens when the Avengers movies come out. Those massive event movies will reignite the hype for the brand. And this is the biggest thing that DC has been missing. DC haven't had a Justice League movie in 8 years. The Justice League are the DC brand. Not having a Justice League movie...
You know why though, right? We all know why.
We all know why.
Both these words are tainted. That's why. The entire franchise, nobody wants to make a Justice League movie because of Snyder.
Dude, that was a bar. Those two words are tainted. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, you're right. Exactly. That's why they're not doing it. It's good. I mean, look at how long it took them to fucking do Green Lantern again. We're not getting a Justice League movie.
And look who they're getting to do Green Lantern too. I mean, they're getting a serious good writer, dude.
He's trying to say here, DC needs to do Infinity War. He's gonna say this soon, but you're like,
oh boy,
dude, Infinity War was hyped and built up. You know what I mean? That's why the movie was successful. It was like a final act of a story that was already being told, and people were excited.
Well, part of the final act, yeah.
But you know what I'm trying to say, right?
The conclusion.
So it's
yeah,
you can't just pull off a whim and be like, we're doing an Infinity War.
And he's forgetting in Infinity Saga, there's 2 Marvel movies part of that
Like,
saga.
does he not realize we don't even have two of the main Justice League members? Like the two big members that are supposed to sell the movie, we don't even know who's playing.
Yeah, the Trinity, right? We don't have the Trinity.
Yeah, so what is he talking about here? Yeah. Like, oh no, bring back, and this is what I'll save this part because he says something again ridiculous.
We're getting Green Lantern before Batman and Wonder Woman.
What he suggests the DC Infinity War is. Just this.
For 8 years is corporate malpractice. But it seems that could finally change. DC has 2 massive event movies that they could use right now. Zack's story is ready to go. It has a 10-year time jump built in to explain why the actors are older now. The mother boxes were destroyed, so that explains why Darkseid took so long to come to Earth. This will be DC's Infinity War and Endgame. The blueprint exists. The hype exists. The audience...
The blueprint.
He said the line unironically.
Justice League 2 and 3 is going to be DC's Infinity War and Endgame. Is he high? Are you retarded?
And also, turning the idea of Superman evil is going to turn a lot of people off.
Who the hell?
Everybody's bored of that shit. Evil Superman. Come on.
What? In what world would have those movies have made and competed with Infinity War and Endgame?
Literally, we already watched Invincible and The Boys. Like, come on, we're done.
So they want. Man. You know what he wants the saga. You know what he wants. He wants the DCU the first saga to end. That's it. That's what he wants. That's what he wants to. Like, no.
So you're telling, okay. And by the way, would this even make any sense? So he's saying within the next 5 years, James Gunn's stuff, which we're still getting. There's still things that are finished in post-production and they're coming out. They're set to come out. He's saying that after those movies, we should just straight up get a Justice League 2 and 3. Wouldn't that confuse the fuck out of everybody?
And you know what the sad part is? That's exactly what happened with the Snyder stuff.
And you know what?
That's exactly what happened.
And you know what?
Yeah.
Marvel.
Fast forward.
Marvel. Beside Endgame for Infinity War was a year apart, but those Avenger movies were basically 2 parts, basically. Mm-hmm. But Infinity War from Ultron and Ultron from the first Avenger movies were all 3 years. You're not going to do Justice League back to back, okay? Right? Like Marvel,
but that would confuse the fuck out of everybody. Like you just randomly bring back these and people go, okay, but like, so we're going back to the other Superman before the new Super. Like, do you know how confusing that would be? Like, Marvel hasn't even done that. Like, this would be like if Spider-Man 4 was canceled in favor of making the Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire and just continuing with Tobey Maguire. Do you know how confusing that would be? Like, that would. I'm not saying people wouldn't understand it, but I'm saying like it would just be like the other movies. We just saw those other movies. They just came out. We like them. Why are you now going back to something that was already in the past and continuing it as if it's new?
Right.
Like no franchise has ever done something like that, unless it's like, Halloween or fucking Jurassic Park story-wise. But a superhero movie's never done something like that.
Horror movies do that shit.
I watched,
and it's only for narrative reasons.
Yeah. I watched a video comparing 2 Supermans acting in other roles, right? David Corenswet and Henry Cavill. They explained the guys played the differences. If you made they show clips of David Corenswet from other roles and Cavill's, the acting is night and day. David Corenswet is a much better actor than Cavill.
I mean, I don't know if he's a much better actor.
Yes, I've seen the clips to prove it. He is. Cavill. I don't think Cavill has the range.
I wouldn't say that. I can't personally say that. Like that's not because like I haven't seen a lot of stuff with David Corenswet, and I don't think he's been in a lot of stuff to say he has a lot of range.
But to be fair, the same can be said about Cavill.
Henry, right? Yeah, exactly that too. So that's why I'm like, it's hard to compare the two because they're kind of, I don't know, they haven't been in a lot of things, a lot of variety of things.
He He was in a show with Natalie Portman, and you saw the clip from a show with Natalie Portman.
And I also, personally, I mean, I don't think Henry Cavill's acting was the problem with Superman. Like, I don't think that, like, the problem with his version of Superman was the writing.
I just,
like, I would have been perfectly fine. Like, yeah, the script.
Right?
I mean,
yeah, like the direction. I wouldn't say that was Henry Cavill's fault.
Yep. No,
I know we make fun of Henry Cavill, but I wouldn't say he's the reason why those movies are bad. Like,
the thing is, when I watch Snyder try to do comedy in some of his series, in Superman and stuff, and because he inserts some comedy stuff in there, it looks like the actors are struggling to be funny. It looks like they know shit what they're saying. They're struggling to be funny, like
right.
You're not, and when I mean they're struggling, I mean like, this line sucks, but I'm gonna pretend to be funny,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah.
She's like, for example, like I always say this about Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence could be a great actress when she wants to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but she could be a bad actress when she doesn't want to. She doesn't play in the middle. I feel like with Snyder.
Have you seen Ben Affleck in the BVS interviews?
Yeah. I mean, the only
friend, like, where that came from, right?
Because he's fucking depressed, and I think it was going through all his stuff too. But I mean, the only actor I would say is a bad actor for sure was Gal Gadot. That was really it. Like, she was not very good. Yeah. I wouldn't say Henry Cavill was fine. I wouldn't say he was an issue. Ben Affleck was fine. I didn't have an issue.
To defend Gal Gadot, Gal, Wonder Woman was her best role because she could hide her weaknesses as Wonder Woman, but the other stuff
you couldn't hide it that much though. We saw in Justice League how bad she really was though.
Like in her Wonder Woman movie, she was fine in what she did. She was actually pretty decent in that movie because all the supporting cast helped her a lot. But if you see her other stuff,
she has a lot of bad. Right, I think in Wonder Woman 1984, you could really see how bad of an actor she is.
Oh yeah,
her line reading, her reactions, some of the lines. It's like her accent is like coming right through the line, and she's like tripping up. It's almost like she's stuttering.
Yeah,
it's like she's not a very good actress. Like
yes,
she's obviously attractive looking, and that's why she gets by. But continuing as Wonder Woman, it made no sense. She doesn't. Look at all the MCU actors. They actually put in some flair to their character, even if they're not the best actor. Like, look at Chris Hemsworth. We used to say Chris Hemsworth was a bad actor, but he became.
He's gotten much better over the years.
But that's because he leaned into his sensibilities. He doesn't do like these serious roles. Look, you know what I mean?
Chris Hemsworth, Chris Hemsworth is not a bad actor, and he's gotten better. What convinced me that he could end up being a great actor is his role in Furiosa. I did not like Furiosa overall.
Yeah,
but I liked his villain.
But that villain is also comedic, though.
Yeah, but he was good at it.
That is Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to say. He leaned into something that worked for him.
And his dramatic roles, didn't do that. When Thor needed to be serious, as later on in the MCU career, when he needed to be serious, his dramatic gesture, his face, and his tones, his face. When you mean those kind of faces when you're upset, sad, or crying, he's gotten better at it. He's gotten better at it.
Yeah. No,
I think he's gotten better as an actor. Yeah. He's not. I don't think he's an actor is going to win.
But he's not. But he's not Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. is like above him. Yeah. No.
Like there's some like they put their own spin to the character in a way that you could tell that was more of their performance and not so much just the script.
I know people like Scarlett Johansson, but Scarlett Johansson to me is an average actress.
Oh no, she wasn't it.
No, I wouldn't say she's an average actress either. She is a pretty good actress. She's been in a lot of different things. Scarlett Johansson.
As Black Widow, she didn't work. Right?
Acting wise,
that's not her fault. That's MCU.
I don't know about acting.
No,
writing wise, I'll agree. Yeah,
they were not consistent with her. in the MCU, they were not consistent with her for especially like they're all over the place with her. Like especially
I think she's a pretty good actress. She's been in a lot of different things, Scarlett Johansson. She's been
but
I mean, she's been in something like I'm trying to remember what the movie was called, where she's like an alien. Very like
good in that. I agree. I mean, I'm not saying like she has some good performances.
She has a lot of range though. She was in Jojo Rabbit. She was in.
She can be funny.
She was in a lot of weird movies like Don. Remember Don? Is it Don John? Where
she was good. When she played Italian, like Don John, with Joseph, right?
right.
I saw that. Yeah, you know who's a good actress that people tend to overrate? Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, I wouldn't even say she's
getting.
No. Not yet, at least for sure. She hasn't been.
Well, she's getting there. I think she's underrated. She's getting there.
I think she's kind of one note. That's my problem with Sydney Sweeney. She plays a very similar characters, so it's kind of hard to tell. Like either very muted or sarcastic. That's it.
Like I said, I know it's a speaking of overrated actress, Zendaya.
Parts. I think in Dune, like she's not. I don't know. In Dune, I just think she's not like doing anything like super interesting.
Yeah, she's kind of boring in Dune.
Yeah.
To be honest, the way they talk about Zendaya, I don't even think she's going to be an actress for long. Based on the things that she like, the way she talks, the way that other people talk about her, I think Zendaya is probably going to switch.
It's weird how
do something like directing or something.
You think she could sing? Like
no, I think she's going to be a director.
A director?
Yeah, I don't think she. I think she will be acting. She'll do like the prestigious acting roles because she's already doing that.
She'll direct.
But I think she's probably going to be
art house movies, right?
Yeah. She's already doing that. I mean, if we're being honest, she hasn't she's been with pretty big directors, like prestigious directors.
Oh yeah. Well, she's a moneymaker. Like Zendaya, she has a huge following. So, and apparently in the industry, if you don't have a huge Instagram account, don't even look at you.
But that's another thing about her. I wouldn't say she's a box office draw though.
I say no actress is a box office draw.
Like she hasn't been in like a big movie where she is the lead actress.
Nope.
Not even
she has not done that.
Career.
Yeah. IP box office draw.
Until she's in a big movie. Like if she made remember that movie she's supposed to make where she's Cleopatra with if that movie happens, that would be the test of her acting.
Then true.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. A lot of movies Margot Robbie hasn't been hits either, except for Barbie in a while. Like
well, Barbie saved her career, that's for sure.
Yeah. She's another actress where I'm like, I don't know if I could really say she's a good actress, but she's been in a ton of different movies. Like I would say so far at least, I would say Scarlett Johansson's a better actor than Margot Robbie. For sure.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
But Margot Robbie's like close, but it's not. I don't know. She doesn't. I feel like she kind of. It's like kind of that like one note, like performance where you're like, I don't know. It's too like. I don't want to say milquetoast. I feel like that's a bad like. But I don't know. I think they just need like a lot of the male actors get a lot of better meaty roles, like way more interesting roles compared to female actors.
Sadly, true.
Because like I feel like they would actually be like, imagine if someone did one battle after another, which technically you can't do because of the story. But I mean, if one battle after another had Margot Robbie instead of Leonardo DiCaprio, like I'm curious, like how would that have worked? How
Scarlett Johansson put her in the ballerina, for example. You know what I mean? Like back in the early 2000s, we used to have those. Like the actual.
Well, Ana de Armas
Because she did do Lucy. To be fair, Lucy's kind of similar to Ballerina, but like
True.
if Scarlett Johansson, like something that is like like a little bit more
Ghost in the Shell, right? Scarlett
interesting.
Johansson. Yeah.
Yeah. That movie, man. That movie was oof. I mean, I don't blame her, but I mean, like, yeah.
Bad luck.
I mean, like a movie where it's like, look at The Rock, and he did that new movie. I didn't even see it.
Smashing Machine. I didn't even see it either.
Yeah, like they need, like some of these actresses, they should be doing stuff like that.
I mean,
where it's like I'm gonna do it. Like, oh, you okay?
Breakout Roads, right?
What's her name? What's her name? She did this. Oh fuck, I'm forgetting what's her name. The movie Monster and the
oh right, by Charlize Theron. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. More actresses need to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like then
Natalie
we could
Portman,
be like
Black Swan, right?
Yeah, something where you're like, yeah, like Black Swan too. Black Swan's a good example. That's a good one too. Stuff like that where you're like, okay, now you could kind of see. Like they're like hamming it up, you know what I mean? And they're doing something really out there.
That's Sydney Sweeney. That's supposed to, for Sydney Sweeney. That's supposed to be that movie now, Christie. That's supposed to be the Christie movie, right? That's coming out like now or something. It came out.
If that movie's shit, then
yeah, that's supposed to be here. Like, yeah, this is a serious action. This is more than just for her looks.
Yeah.
Or let's continue because we've been here a long time, and it's almost.
Oh yeah, this is us just talking.
Is ready. This would restore continuity and respect for the brand. This is what DC has been missing, and now is the time to capitalize on this. Like I said earlier, we've been speculating that new owners would restore the Snyderverse. We thought Snyder was hinting at what would come after
John Campia.
But what if we're looking at this all wrong?
This guy is John Campia. John Campia said no. If Paramount didn't get it, it's gonna be. You're gonna keep James Gunn, and I mean, obviously, we criticize John Campia on here, but I believe Campia more with sources in the industry than this guy.
Yeah, but this guy's not claiming to have sources though.
So then he should stop talking like this. Yeah,
he's just reading articles.
What if the Snyderverse is restored before that? Think about it. We know that David Zaslav's intention was always to sell WB. He clearly wanted Superman 2025 to make $1 billion. That's why they marketed that movie so heavily. He wanted to show investors that.
Where did he say that? Where did he say that he wanted to make $1 billion? Where did he say that? Show us proof.
IP is valuable. Zaslav's asking price for WB is around $30 a share. Paramount doesn't want to pay that high. Their highest offer so far is around $23 a share. And WB has rejected all their offers so far. And it was revealed last night that Paramount would do a hostile takeover of the company if they fail to agree on a price. They will go down.
And Warner Bros. Can still say no to this.
Directly to the shareholders and buy them out.
Oh,
this would mean that
they would just threaten them. Take your bid or else.
They'll kidnap Zaslav. Sure.
They're getting extort. They're getting extort. Warner Brothers are going to force them. You know what? Where they the Paramount's the mafia all of a sudden. You know, they're going to hold Zaslav for ransom.
Oh, for the Snyderverse, sure.
Really?
This is absurd. Holy shit.
Zaslav will miss out on a massive payout that he's been planning for a while now. WB has to sell this year. But in order for anyone to meet the asking price...
realize that if they do sell this year, you know, the company that gets it doesn't officially get it till like a year away. You know?
Yeah, they still got to close the deal, and they're going to have to go through scrutiny and all this stuff like that. It takes a long time.
While that happens, they can still keep James Gunn on. James Gunn can still continue his work. So like,
there's certain things there's certain things though, because I mean we've seen this before. Some companies they will go to them and say don't do this and that, but they can't like have like a ton of power. Because remember, Disney did shit like that during you know, because they fucked with the what's that movie? The Dark Phoenix movie. They fucked with that movie a ton, even though they didn't close the deal yet. That movie, honestly, that movie is bad probably because of Disney. Like, You know what I mean? Because Disney had such a big say in what was in that movie, despite the fact they didn't even completely own Fox until I think early
later that year
or middle in the year. Yeah, but like throughout 2018, Dark Phoenix was just being fucked with constantly. Because remember, Dark Phoenix was supposed to have Skrulls in it, and Disney went to Fox and told them no, don't do that. Completely remove it completely, and it ruined the entire story because they had the aliens and everything in it. So they had to change the names, and it was a mess.
They replaced them with grays, like the gray aliens, the typical gray aliens. That was wild.
Yeah, they changed. I didn't even know that they fucked with the movie that much. They went in and demanded like different certain things, like they were like downplaying certain characters and
that explains
all types
a lot
of stuff. Yeah, they even it was so bad they had to delay the movie to June, which wasn't even their intentions. They were actually supposed to come out before Captain Marvel, because you want to know why? This was their fucking logic. They wanted to say that this is gonna make TJ burst out laughing. I just know he's gonna laugh at this.
Okay, go ahead.
The reason why they wanted to beat Captain Marvel to the punch was they were going to market Dark Phoenix as the first female-led Marvel movie. Which is not even true, right? Which is not even true. It's not even true. But, that was the reason. And they couldn't, because the movie was such in disrepair. They had to edit it and they delayed it. So, yeah, I knew TJ was gonna laugh at that shit. It's so stupid, right? Like, could you imagine? Like, oh my god, it's not even true. It's not even true. Elektra. Yeah, Elektra is the first. Is it not? I'm trying to think. Was there some other
Elektra was the first
that Marvel did? No, I think it was Elektra. Yeah.
Then you had spin-off too. So yeah.
Marvel, but it was, it's stupid.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I mean, I think it would be shit if Disney did not interfere. I still think it would be shit based off Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, which, by the way, that was another reason why that movie got fucked, was because Age of Apocalypse, they looked at that movie and said that movie was too action focused. That's why it flopped. That was what the Fox executive said.
That's not the reason why it flopped.
I know.
It's like,
I know. I know the Fox. Well, do you see what we would have had to deal with? Fox executives were the dumbest people. That's why the studio got bought out in the first place. That's how bad it was.
Actually, oh my god.
WB and DC would need a massive surge of interest and buzz. That is the only way they can justify the asking price. And that is why they needed Superman to be a massive hit. But it failed. And to add insult to injury, Peacemaker Season 2 just shat the bed. And it might be the...
On what metric did it fail? People say these things and they don't get it. They don't get it. They're not met. First off, yes, they might compare the Superman movies, but they're not looking at Superman as this movie needs to now make the same amount as the highest grossing Marvel movies to be successful. Do you know how stupid these companies would be if they were all doing that? That's why Warner Brothers was so fucked in the first place. They looked at Batman vs Superman and they said it should have made money like Civil War. Which technically, yes, that should have been the case. But if you do these comparisons as a basis of what, if you make these comparisons for the basis of what is successful, this is how shit gets fucked up. Because you shouldn't be comparing your first. It's a reboot of a new Superman.
It's your first movie.
It's your first movie. Why are you now comparing to another competitor who's decades ahead of you? Like, I don't understand. And you know what? People think like that in general. That makes no fucking sense.
And they'll probably won't catch up to Marvel.
It could if it has 20 years. But like Marvel took them 20 years to get to where they are at now.
Yep.
Right? They had and look at now they're having flops and all these different problems. People used to say Marvel was
the thing is,
impenetrable. They could do no wrong.
What Disney and Marvel Studios had that Warner Brothers failed was cohesiveness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, right?
One vision,
Marvel,
consistency.
Vision. Yeah, consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Warner Bros. Was all over the place at DC. Snyder failed,
right?
They changed course. They changed all the things. It's all disarray with DC. Now they got a guy, James Gunn, and Safran, who are going to run the DC studios from the ground up, right? Start fresh, incorporate the things that he's done, incorporate some things, obviously, because, Enchantress, there's some examples from DCU, even though DCU is not a real thing, but it's just a fan-made thing, is not trademark like MCU is. But, right? So, it's, right? So, it takes years. It'll take a few years. I know the thing is, with Marvel, yeah, they admit they have made a few mistakes, errors along the way these past few years, but you don't hear anything behind the scenes. They're having problems and issues with executives, things like that. The DC had, right? It's maybe the things on the product, but you don't hear that kind of stuff, that kind of issues with behind the scenes, you know what I mean?
As chaotic as
Wonder chaotic, well. Yeah, right. There's not a lot of changes going on with Marvel. Some of the executives. The guy Nate Moore's leaving, and there's one big executive left a couple of years ago. But you don't hear a lot of issues because Disney is actually very good at keeping things in house, and I don't think Warner Brothers is.
Yeah, because Warner Brothers is constantly changing hands. That's the problem with Warner Brothers. Yeah. The whole, I don't know, maybe in 20, 30 years, this era of movies people will realize how disastrous it was to have, again, it's with the comparisons. Why are you comparing a movie studio to Facebook? That's the problem with these companies, right? They all look at these things and they go, well, look, Netflix is making so and so money. Netflix was running on a business that wasn't even profitable. They're only now making profit. And all the studios who had a system that was making the money, that was paying everybody, they all said, fuck that. And let's now have more, profit based on something that wasn't even obtainable for some of these companies. And they just ruined I think they ruined the studio system in general. They ruined movies. They ruined the money that was there. And that's, unless the streaming service completely collapses, the whole streaming wars.
Yeah.
I don't think it will ever go back to normal, because why would anybody? I hear people now saying, I remember when I was in film school, this one lady said, I don't even know why anyone would go to a theater.
Well,
she was in a different program. She was doing journalists, and she just came to us and stuff. And she said that. And I was like, bro, I shouldn't even be in this fucking business if people are saying shit like that.
If streaming
that's insane.
Flop, it might be better for movies, the theaters.
For streaming?
Yeah, because people may not want.
I don't think so.
People wouldn't want to wait.
I think maybe it's convenient for consumers, but I've noticed one thing that I now believe in is that convenience is more of an illusion. You trade a ton of shit for convenience. You know what I mean? The fact that you can easily just boot up a movie means someone down the line is not going to make money. You know what I mean? And before, they would have made money because they go to theaters, it goes to DVD and hotels and all these different places of how they make their money. And then eventually it might go to a streaming service. But they got rid of that completely. They got rid of money that was there.
Yeah. Sometimes, they still have movies on demand when they're in theaters. I just think maybe if you want, if I don't know, I'm just gonna finish this.
I think they fucked up everything. The studios, they all were chasing some imaginary gold mine. Yes, it worked out for Disney, but look at Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is still chasing unicorns.
True.
The key to restoring the Snyderverse. The show is officially a catastrophic
comic book news.
Yeah, I know.
flop. Nobody's talking about it anymore, and the buzz around the DCU has died down. So if Zaslav needs
what?
Just
and
because
another
of Peacemaker.
Oh, because of Peacemaker. And another thing is too, again, comparing viewership numbers on streaming, like I guess maybe now it does matter because of ads and things like that. But
Peacemaker, what ended 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago? Of course, the talk would be down 3 or 4 weeks later. I mean,
no, I think in general, if you're going off of the Nielsen rating, it never charted on Nielsen, and then on top of that too, it was like dropping. What you're saying is true.
But he didn't mention Superman. No evidence of Superman going up. Remember that? Going to number 2.
But I mean, the thing is with Peacemaker is a show of season 2 of a show that like took 3 years
already
to make.
Existed. Yep.
Yeah, 3 years. Yeah.
It took 3 years, and on top of that too, it's even stupid to say this because Peacemaker had a tiny budget. Like Peacemaker wasn't some expensive fucking show to make. And on top of that too, we're not even going to get another Peacemaker. So that's why he's using it as a way of like, look, this is an example of DC is failing. But we don't even know the metrics that they put on that show. Like, did it bring in subscribers? Did it actually do better in the long term? Like, what happens if the show was successful in the long run?
And the thing is, he used comic book news. That guy is not a journalist, because if he's a true journalist, he would not have an agenda. Everything, his political views and everything, he has, right? Like, I don't care. I don't care what your political views are, but when you're writing about a movie or TV show, you got to be honest. You can't insert your political views into it. That guy does.
Yeah.
That guy
also,
does.
but another thing people forget is that these movies and shows, they might not do good initially, but what happens if they reference something in Peacemaker season 2 in a big movie that was successful? You know what people are going to do?
Back.
People are going to go back.
Yeah.
That happened with Tron.
Yeah.
Tron Ares flopped, but guess what? People went back and saw Tron Legacy, and then it was trending for weeks. So there's probably someone who subscribed to Disney Plus just to watch Tron Legacy because of Tron Ares, whether they saw the movie or not. That's what people have to keep in mind. There's the way that they have it. They have metrics on certain things. They're not like, for a show that they put a ton of money into, they probably do want it to chart. They do want it to be successful right away. But a show like Peacemaker, I mean, it already got a bump because of Superman. If Peacemaker season 2 was not attached to Superman, it probably would have done worse based on what they're comparing.
But one appearance of Peacemaker in the Superman movie helped.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, and it's a show that's not even continuing. It's not going to continue. No. We're going to see the character elsewhere. And
character's not dead, yeah.
Yeah, but they're not, as of right now, we're not getting season 3.
Yeah,
maybe down the road, but
probably Gunn said that right now, yeah. Gunn did say that.
Massive buzz for DC right now. There's one thing he can do: announce Justice League 2 and 3. The Snyderverse has so many big actors.
First of all, he can't announce it. You know how he can announce it? The guy is currently in charge. The 2 guys are in charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even think James Gunn is gonna even announce anything anytime soon.
No.
Jason Momoa. This news would break the internet. It would create so much buzz that skyrockets WB stocks. It would launch a crazy bidding war between Paramount and other interested companies.
There is already a bidding war. How will it launch another bidding war if there already is a bidding war? But just...
It's the way forward for DC. The Snyderverse isn't just DC's best option. It's their last. The infrastructure exists. The story exists. The audience exists. And more importantly, the powers that be might actually be motivated to do it. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think the Snyderverse will get restored before or after the sale? Post your comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
None. Why would they? None. It's not happening, buddy. But look how many views he's getting. He has a small channel, and he posted that, and that has what? 2,000 views on it already. Very small numbers in comparison, but the fact that it has that momentum on his videos.
This is the biggest grift again.
Yeah,
It's the
there's
easiest
tons of people now out there, or a small minority, not tons, but small minority of people coming into these videos, and they believe this shit. So this is not going away. This is not going away.
No, he's gonna.
But the Snyderverse stuff, like all the Snyderverse, like I get what Degrassi's saying. Like, this shit is over. I agree, but these people are the ones who can constantly and continuously bring this fucking shit back up. So it's never over. You gotta just keep telling them the shit is not coming out until.
It's gonna. What's their okay? Like, what's their excuses to happen when 2 years from Man Tomorrow's out?
The same shit. They will say the same exact shit.
It's the same cultish devotion.
They will. There's no. They.
What
they'll say. You know. This is my guess. What they'll say, right? They will probably say, Man of Tomorrow getting a sequel was like. First off, it should have never happened because Superman didn't do well. And if that movie does worse than Superman or does on par with Superman, then they'll say this is the reason why they should restore the Snyderverse, because it has diminishing returns. They'll make the argument that we've been saying about the Snyderverse, and now they'll apply it to James Gunn. That's what they'll do.
Look at the thing. You know what? We want proof of something. Why? They're wrong. Look at Jurassic World. Jurassic World, the last Jurassic World, not the one from this year, but I'm going to talk about from this year. Dominion, right?
Mm-hmm.
And made what, $1 billion?
Yeah,
$1 billion. This year, that was so bad, that one. It did kind of affect Jurassic World this year.
Yeah, it did. Didn't stop them from making a sequel, because look at what they're saying.
I know. I'm not surprised, because it did not make $1 billion, but it still made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not surprised, but yeah, I mean, yeah.
Dinosaurs.
I mean, if you make
maybe they're hoping the movie will be better next time. That's why they're getting him back.
Gareth Edwards, he disappointed me with that movie. He made such a good movie. What happened? Godzilla was. He made the best Godzilla movie in that universe.
I think it's just a script.
I don't.
The script was a mess in that movie. The family and
the family took away from the movie. They always need to have a. Can we get a Jurassic World movie, a Jurassic Park movie with no kids this time? Why do we need a kid? Why? It's such a trope in these Jurassic.
Because it's a kid. It is kind of.
They want to replicate the first movie somehow.
Yeah.
They have to. It appeals to kids, so they kind of have to have like a protagonist or characters that are children.
Could get Dino Crisis instead.
Oh, one day.
Dino Crisis 3.
Yeah, let's have a video game.
Get Dino Crisis 3. Can we get Dino Crisis 3? Was that it?
We did get Dino Crisis 3. It was ass.
Okay.
We need a remake or a reboot of Dino Crisis 3. Like, you would have to reboot the franchise, because that shit was.
They actually made Dino Crisis 4 also? Oh, it was canceled.
Yeah, it was canceled. No,
because of 3. Never made
that. Yeah, 3 was dumb. It was like in space and all this fucking retarded shit. Makes no fucking sense.
What? I was like, because the problem
literally,
the problem with Jurassic Park, the thing in Jurassic World be birthed, if it's not about the dinosaurs, right?
No. Oh, Rebirth? Yeah, no. The dinosaurs weren't an issue. It was the story, that the family. They should just focused on, Scarlett Johansson's group. Leave it as that, but instead the movie was like focused on this retarded family. They were retarded straight up.
Yeah, it was like half the Scarlett in the family. Like, fuck, fuck. HR just confirmed it. Oh, Peacemaker did just charge Nelson. Okay.
It did when? The final episode? It would make sense if it was the final episode. Because it didn't chart even episode 6, I think.
I want to see.
Because I remember I was watching Grace, and Grace was always saying, it didn't chart. But then at the same time, she would be like, but the show was a low budget show.
Sometimes it takes a few weeks, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it comes out. So I didn't think the final episode numbers came out. It probably maybe came out recently, because wasn't that early October? For the final season one, or the final episode?
3 weeks ago, I think. Was it 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago?
It's got to be 4 weeks now.
Yeah, maybe at least a month.
Was that DeGrasse you said that? Do you know what episode charted?
The finale.
Jalen said that. I thought it was DeGrasse you said that. Sorry,
I don't think DeGrasse's in the chat anymore.
No, yeah, he probably went away. Sorry, I'm curious what Degrassi says about these people, because I mean, yeah, like the show, I guess if you look at those metrics, yes, but I mean, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Like, I don't think it's like that pressing to them, because it's like they're already kind of. It's not, if they were making a season 3, I guess maybe it would be a little bit concerning, but
let me tell you something. It's not even a Sunday show.
No.
Yeah.
Jalen said it was the final episode. It did chart.
Okay.
4 weeks.
Okay. Lanterns is going to be the Sunday show for DC. That's Lanterns.
Yeah, all eyes are on Lanterns now.
Yeah, we're more serious about Lanterns with Nielsen and Serge taking that seriously, because that's going to be a Sunday show. Right?
Yeah, that show has to be good.
Oh, yeah.
They probably did that strategically, because, I mean, why else would you make Lanterns an HBO show?
Yeah.
Like, they had to have done that because it would have had prestige and some, like, if the show is good, maybe it'll get some awards and some buzz. And if that happens, then, I mean, obviously.
Hard work, right?
The thing is,
I hope,
maybe it just has to be stand out because it's not Batman, and
if it does any of those things, then no. James Gunn is gonna probably will 100% stick around.
And I think there'll be a movie. I think they'll do a Lanterns movie eventually. Something.
Maybe. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But I think if the show is critically successful, I mean, I think that's enough to give them some weight of like, hey, you should probably keep me around.
We need a trailer. Well, I don't hear anything about Lantern, but there's rumors that Supergirl is gonna have something at CCXP and something, wherever it's called, wherever city it's in somewhere. I don't know if it's in Brazil this year,
right,
or Argentina. I don't know. Somewhere, I think somewhere in South America, right? They do in South America. So Supergirl's gonna be there, but the rumor is that Supergirl may have a trailer coming out very soon, next month possibly. Rumored.
Oh, I thought it would come out this month.
Maybe, soon. Maybe this month or next. What ADC? Not necessarily. Peacemaker wasn't. I mean, it wasn't a Sunday show.
No, and sometimes it was just HBO Max.
Yeah.
Commandos, it was HBO
sometimes Max. HBO shows or HBO Max shows, some of their top Warner Brothers shows from HBO or HBO Max that do get nominated for Emmys and stuff don't always come on Sundays. Don't always come on Sundays. So the thing about Lanterns is, if it is an award-winning show, it's going to have to do a lot of convincing for the Academy because it's not Batman. And Batman's always...
No, but the Emmys?
The Emmys. Yeah.
Yeah, the Emmys, the Emmys, they're not like the Academy. They're more... If the show is good, they'll give it an award. It doesn't matter to them if it's superhero or not.
I'm just saying, well, Golden Globes. Let's say Golden Globes for 2026-7. Because that's movies in shows, right?
Yeah, but they don't have a lot of weight. Emmys is what has weight for television.
That's true.
Nobody takes the Golden Globe seriously. Hollywood doesn't take that shit serious.
Well, nobody takes the Oscars seriously anymore.
But the Oscars people still take the Oscars seriously. It doesn't matter if you win an Oscar, that does have more weight. Golden Globes had a massive controversy like just a couple years ago. Like they were never taken serious. The award was meaningless. Emmys, if the show wins an Emmy, that has more prestige. That's means like because the people who are on those voting boards, they're all pretty well known, pretty powerful people. You know what I mean? Like,
look, some Marvel shows have been nominated for Emmys, but never. I don't think any of them won.
No, I don't think any of them won. But the fact that they got nominated is still a good sign.
Yeah, usually is because for Marvel, it is a good sign because I do think if any award show Marvel gets nominated, it's a good sign usually, right? Because Marvel barely gets nominated for anything. They really have to stand out.
Trust me, the Emmys, if the show is good, they would nominate. They nominated Fallout. They nominated The Boys. These are shows that everybody would say they're good shows. They got nominated. No, it's not like the Oscars where they're playing politics. If the show is universally praised, the show is most likely going to get some recognition. That's why the Penguin even won to begin with. I think if the Penguin was a movie, you probably would have just gotten Best Actor, right? Ooh. It would have never gotten all the attention, like the writing and all of that stuff.
I'm just saying, like Superman's gonna go for gold. They're probably gonna go for the Oscars too. Superman's not gonna win anything, but if
Superman will get VFX and things like that.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I mean, look, if Superman, they're just Warner Brothers is gonna put them in the running, but the thing is, it doesn't mean they're gonna be nominated. I think it means that they're gonna have a list of all the nominations and pull out a few of the films that are being pushed, and then that would be the actual nominations, the real nominations, right?
Yeah, Warner Brothers probably has like every studio has this. They have like a list of movies that they know. Because like Superman's not gonna get anything. Like, no one's saying, "Oh, this performance." If anything, the movie at Warner Brothers,
Sinners,
Sinners and One Battle After Another. Those are the movies they'll probably be pushing the heaviest.
Sinners, yeah, for sure. Than the other one, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
no. But if they Superman does get nominated for some of the serious awards, that's a good sign for DC and comic book movies overall, because they always get overlooked unless it's Batman.
If Lanterns is good, it's not getting overlooked. That's for sure. You're going to hear if the show comes out and critics give it a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes or 80, even if it's 80, and people sing its praises and people show up. I'm telling you, it Welcome to Derry is going to get Emmys. Just based on 2 episodes.
Yeah,
100%. 100% it is. It's been well received by critics. And it's doing well. The Emmys is going to recognize it next year though, because they do it in September.
Yeah.
So if Lanterns comes out in June or whatever, you're going to hear by next year.
Ow. Oh, sorry, I just hit myself. Oh yeah, for sure. Like
Fallout's probably gonna get nominated.
The thing is, Warner Brothers also has that Game of Thrones show.
Yeah.
Euphoria. I think it's next year.
Yeah, Euphoria is next year.
Yeah, the Hacks, show, that comedy show. It's final season.
Right. Euphoria might be a tough one though. I don't like Euphoria, but I think it's the last season, and they're probably gonna be super generous.
Yeah. Zendaya needs to be nominated for Best Actress in a TV show,
Probably.
That's probably gonna happen. The Last of Us nominated for Emmys this year. This season was not.
I'm
I
not
don't think
sure.
it won. It was not. It was not an Emmy award-winning show this year. That's for sure.
Well, that show fell off hard.
Yeah.
Oh, the quality from the first season to the second season was a huge drop.
Yep.
And it wasn't the lack of Pedro Pascal in the most of the season. It was not just because of that. It was
probably the third season will probably do better for Emmys.
Yeah, hope.
Let's see.
It most likely will. They already. I mean, all the problems that we have was it with Ellie, so I don't think Ellie's.
Oh yeah, it is. It's Abby focused. Yeah. Season.
They already casted what's her name. So
who did cast?
What's her name? Caitlin Devers, whatever her name is.
Oh yeah. That's Abby. Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna be the main actress. So I mean, I'm pretty sure the show will probably go back.
So they
to
can
where
turn
it
it
was.
around. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
No, they
seasons,
could.
right?
No, I think the next one and that's it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not going to continue like the rest of Ellie's.
No, not after what happened. After what happened, no. Hell fucking no. They're not going to do that. Dude, they got Neil Druckmann walked away. And he could say it's all because
you're
of
right.
the game and shit, but he walked away from it. So they're not going to do a 4th season.
You're right. All right, guys. I mean, this has been like a 3-hour show. We did talk a lot about stuff, but thank you for coming on, guys.
No problem. It was fun.
Yeah, it was.
Come on. Thanks for watching him, bitch.